Ka-ching.
The best.
Hello. No, somebody gonna say to the best.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, before we start, read the thing.
You're gonna
what this episode is
start,
about. Yeah,
read
that one.
the thing, read the thing. He's gonna, before we start, read the thing, read the thing. And I have been...
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
Cheers on parenting thingy.
Hey, Poppy.
Poppy.
Let's see how bad this is.
What? Cognac. Rum.
Ram. It's actually good. Pretty sweet.
All 10,000 taste buds. Or 9,000. Or how many ever you have.
All of them. Fantastic.
All of them. And with that said, welcome back to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
And this week we're going to talk about effort versus outcome with a dash of parenting and whatever else we can fill out this episode with because we missed last week. And I'm trying to make up.
It's going to be twice as long or twice as short, probably.
It's going to be twice as long because I can't build sentences.
Awesome. And what was today's topic? Because I interrupted
Effort
you.
versus outcome.
Effort versus outcome.
Exactly. So you put a lot of work into your, art, and then you put it out to the world, and that effort isn't reflected in your work. And you feel that the internet hates you. And we're just going to talk about the psychology that we pulled out of our asses and how that affects us, and maybe give you some tools on how to counteract that. Exactly. That is the kind of science that we do.
Yeah. And we're closer to the buttons today.
Dude, every time we come in here, someone has moved everything around. Yeah. So
it feels really weird being on this side.
Yeah, it's so weird sitting on this side.
We're on opposite sides. Ilias is on my side.
But you know what? Since that time we allegedly smoked weed, I have thought about that toilet paper thing that was up there somewhere. Like, I've thought about it a lot. The thing is, I didn't think anything of it. It was just there, and it just kind of facilitated in my mind, and it was like toilet paper. Yeah. There was nothing more or less to it. It was just
toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a metaphor for life.
For life,
yeah.
It's all
just toilet paper.
It's either shit or paper to wipe it.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And with that said, how does it not feel to be a parent?
Isn't it a parent?
A parent,
yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. Well, I'm a dad now, so I can do those.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I got the license.
With the license to chill.
It's, I don't know. It doesn't feel very different, but everything is.
Very different.
I think if you are a parent, you understand that. If you're not, you don't.
No, dude, I'm gonna love to hear your perspective on time in just like 6 months or so, like how it'll change over time.
Yeah, my dad said the same. He's like, just wait until like after half a year, and then we'll see like how you're gonna be feeling about everything.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be half a year, then it's gonna be a year, then it's gonna be 2 years, then it's gonna be like it's just like that. And
then like, hi, Dad, this is my boyfriend. What?
Exactly. Yeah.
I haven't gotten there either, so we're
okay.
cool.
Good, safe. Yeah. No, it's like right now I'm just extremely happy that everything has gone as smoothly as it has. That we have our little Elvis with us now, and she's equal amounts pain in the ass as very cute and extremely cuddly. So I think, like, after hearing all of the horror stories from you and everybody else I know that has kids, I think she's like a really good kid. She's very quiet, apart from like being a little bit upset in the stomach and screaming every once in a while. She's really calm, chill, sleeps a lot, eats a lot, and like I just get to do my own thing and wait for like me to do something.
But are you able to like go and just do your own thing? Because I had a problem with that in the beginning. Like I was doing my things, but I just wasn't.
My head wasn't.
My head
isn't really there. So I painted a portrait just to do something. And I did that during a full day, right?
Yeah.
So like Santa really wants me to do my own thing, and she wants me to write the story, and she wants me to go paint. I think she's really worried that I'm going to think that the baby is going to ruin my creativity or take away that. But right now
paint in the ass.
Yeah. Like the only thing is, like we said, that it's hard to get my head away from baby because it's always there.
Yeah, and it's new.
It's new.
Very new. So,
but yeah, in all honesty, like again, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just being there and trying to support wifey as much as possible, more or less, because she's taking care of baby and they're doing their own thing, and then I'm making food and I'm trying to keep the house sort of in one piece, and I go shopping and all of that. So a little bit of a slave, as I had predicted.
But you didn't have to, throw out a baby from your neither region. So
no, exactly. I feel like I'm still like doing really well. No, it's really cozy, and it's just, I don't know. The weird thing is going back to reality, kind of just being here after all of that, because it's kind of like, what was it before that? I don't remember life before
it's
that
so
event.
Weird. Thank you for saying that, because it is exactly that.
It's just like poof.
Yeah, like just dude, you're saying it this early. We said this like a year in or something. It was like, what the fuck did we do before this? Like, what happened? Like, because it kind of consumes everything at this stage.
But it really is, and this is only 10 days in, 10 days with a baby, and I'm already like, what was I doing? What was life before this?
Yeah.
Like, and again, I'm not doing anything, but even this little, like, so it is going to be extremely interesting to see where I am in about half a year.
Dude, I'm so excited to follow like your journey with sort of like, the answers that don't apply to you, but still,
I mean, you've gone through it in your
in
way?
my way, yeah. So it's gonna be fun to kind of see how you tackle some of the things that I've already kind of stumbled over,
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's very uneventful, I guess. Like there's, of course, a long story of the birthing process, but I don't think anybody really wants to hear that.
So it starts with
No, but in all fairness, it all went super smoothly. It just took a long time, like a really, really long time. So we were both extremely exhausted, or all three of us. And then all of a sudden we were home. Like that's kind of how it went. And yeah.
Yeah, like it took forever, but it also was over, and it's all just confusing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
How does time work?
Exactly like that. But yeah, she's here, Elvi. Born
super
on
awesome,
the
dude.
8th of...
And again, just for like to make it official on the podcast, there you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's so weird.
It is.
I can't really take it to heart yet. It's too early.
Is it though?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It feels like it's the right time to celebrate.
Yeah. But and you were the one that canceled the podcast, not me. So
that's what I wrote on the
yeah,
the
I know,
thing,
I know. Just making it official
on the show as well. Okay, yeah, that's true. So last week I totally forgot that my wife was leaving for Athens with work, and yeah. So Robert got a week off. You guys got a week off. Everyone got a week off.
It was actually the perfect timing.
Yeah, it was the perfect timing for me to fuck up. So you're all welcome.
Yay.
Now you're more energized and ready for what's coming next.
The destroying of your brain.
Yeah, I have nothing to like.
Yeah, like what's new?
Nothing.
You've been at home with the kids
alone
for
all the time.
A week,
yeah,
or
a week. And the thing is, anyone who follows me on Instagram has seen that I have been romancing the coffee, as I call it. So I've been singing different pop songs throughout like my history of living. And
I started listening to the first one, and I was like, hell no.
Yeah, like, but it's the best. No. They've been super appreciated. People have been really nice about the dumb songs that I've made into whatever the fuck. It's been about chicken. It's been about coffee, and then a bit more about the chicken. And back to
You've
the coffee.
not been bored at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
And like the first opportunity I got to leave the house, I left.
Yeah.
But hopefully my sort of like Instagramming has kind of led to maybe like a couple of new shoots in the future. So we'll see.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
So apart from that, nothing.
Nothing. Like nothing.
Nothing.
Deep-rooted nothing. Yeah, I'm so fucking bored.
Yeah.
It is insane. Like, it's been fun hanging with the kids, or like my daughter is out and about, but me and my son have hung out.
Bonded.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And he's learned the flip. The
backflip. That little motherfucker.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why didn't we learn backflips when we were
We didn't have
7, 8, 9?
trampolines
How
and
old is he?
shit. Yeah, he's
9.
Yeah, he turns 9 this year.
Holy shit. Damn, man.
Yep, they're big.
Yeah.
And they're both like pretty self-confident now, like enough to take care of themselves, and I can leave the house or do things, so I don't have to be at home all the time.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're comfortable now. Me and my wife, we can leave and do things like for a couple of hours and come back. Not a problem.
Nice.
So, new phase.
Life is returning, I guess.
Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, but
yeah.
Let's
get into it. And thanks for listening.
Or not listening last week. And
and also that. Thanks for letting us not
listen. You straight circle.
Nailing it. Woohoo! Is that the intro song? Yeah.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Rate the podcast. Don't rate the podcast.
Yeah, do all of it.
Do all of it.
Yeah. And the song.
Goodbye.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
Oh, are we back? I don't know.
I don't know anymore.
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
before we start this fucking podcast again after the intro, I have slept super poorly, so I'm gonna kind of lock up a lot and be dumber than usual.
I've actually slept a lot, so
He's gonna be dumber than usual.
exactly.
There is no good state. I think that the best state is when we've slept just too little.
Yeah.
Not
100%.
just like somewhere in the middle.
Around-
Lagom.
Yeah. Lagom.
Legum.
Lagom.
Robert has worked at Legum.
I have.
Sounded somewhat similar.
I get it.
Okay,
but
let
yeah,
me find
so
my note.
letting your ego be... No, what was it?
Effort versus outcome. So we all
Effort.
put a lot of... It's going to be a very brief... I'm just going to read what I said in the beginning and then it's
That's
over,
it.
basically.
Yeah.
But usually we put a lot of effort into our work,
Yeah.
And I think the earlier we are in our sort of journey, the more effort we put into our work, and the effort isn't necessarily like, what do you call it, translated into the final work.
No.
Like when we started off, like what I had in mind and the outcome, like, nah.
And that's something that I've been contemplating a lot during my tattoo processes. Whenever I do a big piece, you get really exhausted towards the end of a tattoo, and that it shines through, I think, a lot. When you can almost see in the beginning part, it's like, oh, but this is where they started, and it's a lot crisper and better. And then towards the end of it, it kind of gets a little bit sloppy. I think for the common eye, you wouldn't see it, but for a trained eye that knows, you can really tell when both the client and the tattoo artist has become very, very tired.
Yeah.
Which is also why it's good to split up into different sessions so you can be as energized as possible. But I have thought about it and like trying to keep the same amount of energy going throughout the entire 5-6 hour
That's
session.
smart though. That's like jogging instead of like sprinting when you're going to run far. Yeah.
But it is so difficult.
Pacing,
and I think the same goes for any type of creative process. The longer you keep going, the more tedious it's going to be.
Become at least.
Yeah. Unless you see like an active, how do you say, like that you're closing in on the finishing product or whatever you're doing, and you're getting energized because you're almost there. So it's like, you know, towards the end when you're about to bring out the whites and do the highlights of your piece or whatever, when it's like that last dab on whatever it is, that always energizes me because it's like, it's like the last 5 minutes or whatever. But towards that, until you get to that point, it gets like, you feel like a rubber band just being stretched.
Dude, I was going to say the exact same thing.
Far.
It feels like the goalpost is being moved like a lot of times.
The faster you run, the further it just goes, and you're like, no!
But I have the white pen in my hand, like, come on.
Yeah,
no, I feel you there.
And that's kind of where I am with the Bruce Campbell portrait that I did. Because I'm not feeling that I'm finished, but it's also kind of finished. You look like my baby right there. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was just like, there was this like, I don't know, dust.
Yeah.
It just flew past.
Ilias did a Family Guy or something. I don't know. But yeah. So that's the episode. Thanks for listening.
And it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Hope this brought value.
Yeah. No, but yes, putting in, I think this really ties really well into the Inktober that is upon us. This is only like a week or two away from official Inktober start. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to say fuck it to Inktober this year because I'm already there.
And also, I guess, like, if it's not going to bring you any pleasure and it doesn't give you anything on social, like, you know, it's not worth it.
No.
Like, in that sense.
Exactly.
Like, if you're just going to get tired like last year.
Yeah. Imagine, like, being where we are now and then getting the exact same thing that we got from last year on top of this. Like, I might as well just dig my own grave and just go lie in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
no, I feel you. For me, Inktober is a really powerful tool.
Yeah.
But I know that people that use my strategy, it doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
So it has something to do with my specific style. That kind of, like, even if it's not the best work that I've done, it is good enough and it resonates with people. Even if other people are using ink, my stuff is resonating over that. You know what I mean? Like, there's something that I can't put my finger on and can't replicate, but it works during Inktober.
Yeah.
And then the algorithm fucks us all in the end. But I still enjoy doing it.
Yeah, but I think what you have created, your little baby, is perfect for Inktober.
And I'm so bored of drawing it.
I know. But what can you do to not make it boring?
That's like my next stage. I've seen some ink.
What if you just do not Alpa? What if you do a
That's
different
what I don't
character?
want because, it's so boring. Like,
No,
I don't want to do that either.
Something different.
I want to add characters, but I don't feel like Inktober is the place to explore that. Like, afterwards, I'm even thinking of, like, switching to color, switching to digital.
You don't even have to do charactars.
No, but I just mean, like,
do
I
environments.
Can do... Yeah.
Do, like...
It's like photographing environments. Like, I don't enjoy it as much. I like having a subject. Like, a subject where I can sort of, like, you can play with scale, you can play with story, you know, like, they stand in a certain way, they look in a certain way, that kind of just, like, narratively, it kind of, like, just makes it more. Yeah. And that's what I enjoy. And but I've seen some ink artists that are doing some amazing work where they work with this, like, the contrast of light and dark. Yeah. So they have a lot of dark covers, a lot of, like, you know, like, white, and they play with the contrasts in between there that I don't do as much in my work.
Okay.
So I want to kind of learn how to play around with that and find a way with my tools that I enjoy using to be able to recreate that, because the stuff that I've seen is digital, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But if I can find a way to translate it so that I can approach it in the same way, because, once you go black, you kind of can't go back,
Yeah.
We all know the saying. And I need to find a way of working where it's a bit forgiving, and then I can kind of because the way that I do things now, it is pretty forgiving, but once I cover up some areas unintentionally, I can't go back,
Yeah.
If I try to use white or anything, it just smudges it in and all becomes gray and it just becomes mud.
Yeah.
So there are I need to figure out how to draw these things like trees or rocks. There is a process. I need to start in a certain way for it to be able to look the way I want it at the end. But I've seen work, and I'm trying to replicate it with my way of drawing.
I would love to see you work with brush.
Yeah, I wanted to do that.
And brush. Also,
I would
that
like
way
to
you
do
can
ink wash and everything.
exactly, because then you can water down the blacks, and you can get different values and work that way.
Yeah.
Because I think, just the style that you've already made is just lends itself perfectly to brush.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean,
you're using a brush pen, and
I'm not using a brush pen. Yeah, it's a flat disc pen.
Yeah,
so it's different.
So you're already kind of halfway there, or even closer. So just finding the perfect sort of brushes or stuff.
And the thing is, why I don't like brush pens is that I have to modify them so much to get the texture. I need one that is dry broken, and I need one that is this and that. Whereas with the metal disc, I just drag hard and fast, and it just texturizes it all, which is a sort of speed painting.
Yeah.
But I can do it all with one brush, and that is kind of where I'm coming from. That's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
I hate using a million tools to do the one job. It's like using Photoshop, this software, that software for one image.
Yeah.
People do. They were I painted this, and then I took it over there and I did some in Photoshop, and then I was so 3 applications to do something some people can do on one. Why? Yeah. No, but that's what I feel like, and I don't want that. That's not something I enjoy.
Yeah.
But again, what I wanted to kind of cover on this episode was you put a lot of work in, and, you put your work out there and no one cares.
Yeah.
But then again, do people need to care? You know what I mean?
Yes and no.
Yes and no for the artist, I think. Because the thing is, as an observer, you just observe the art.
Yeah.
I usually don't mind. I don't think about the artist that much.
No.
I love this piece and the way that they did it, sure. But they might have suffered through it. Does that put more value into the work? You know what I mean? Let's say you and me draw a picture. You draw a portrait that's really good. I draw a half-assed portrait that I put a lot of effort in. And let's say my cat died along the way, and my fingers were bleeding. No, but I'm just saying my struggle was harder.
Yeah.
But my artwork sucks.
Yeah. You're still gonna get more likes though.
Yeah, but that's different because my account is better liked by the algorithm. But we don't have algorithms in this world. I'm just saying that the effort put in, my fingers might have bled because I was drawing with razors and you were drawing with fancy brushes, But does that mean that my art is better? You know what I mean? The effort that I put in is bigger.
Does it make it better?
Does it make it better? No, I don't think it does. You could have lost everyone It's still the art will speak for itself.
Yeah.
Aside from that, it's the episode we had about differentiating the artist from the work.
Yeah.
That happens automatically. It
automatically?
Yeah, we say it just a joke. No, it's just a joke. And when we don't understand things at work, we're I solved that. How? Automatically. I don't know. It just works now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I totally get you. And that's the thing. But then again, for some people it is magical, the stuff that you create. Even if you think it's really horrible and half of the population of the planet hates it, the other half might love it and will give you more likes because of the pain and stuff. And they want to hear like all about the suffering and like the actual artwork itself doesn't matter as much as the process behind it.
For some, that's the thing.
And that is the thing.
But I think that's something that's a bit lost now today.
Yes.
Because like I remember like when I bought DVDs, I didn't just want the movie. I wanted the things behind it.
That's why you bought DVDs.
Exactly, because you got all the extra shit.
Yeah.
And the more discs that came along with the extra content, that's what you wanted. You didn't want the movie.
No.
Like you wanted
You already saw the movie.
Yeah. Exactly what I mean. Like you want to see the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people want that, but you have to kind of serve it up now.
Yeah.
It's not something that people actively will go and find, you know, unless you're super famous.
Yeah,
then
but
the rules don't apply.
Yeah. They're not going to write what pen is that anymore because that
Oh shit, that is true.
Gone.
Like okay, well they do ask on Inktober what white pen is that?
Yeah.
Like, but
racist.
Yeah. Fucking racist. All y'all.
Yeah.
And Sweden is run by now.
yeah, more or less. So this is okay now.
This is okay. This is the world we live in.
Oh my god. Oh.
No, we're not going to bring politics into this shit.
No, never.
Only art politics.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, it's all about pain and suffering as an artist, no matter how good it's going, right? It's always going to be a pain in the ass.
In some ways, yes.
Yeah.
Like no matter where you are. Like we're in a good position as artists. We're not in the best position, but we're in a good enough position to do what we enjoy.
We can still sell some stuff.
Yeah, but we still suffer, you know,
Yeah.
like there's like I haven't drawn this year. Like I've drawn twice.
Yeah.
Like that I have work that I can show you that isn't, you know, work related.
And I would say the same.
Yeah. And you know, it happens to all of us. It doesn't matter how, you know, privileged you've become or, you know, not. Like you'll get there at some point.
Yeah.
You'll get to a point where like life is just squeezing you into a corner and you feel like it's all just shit right now, or you can't draw, you can't do anything.
Yeah, you don't have the time, you don't have the energy.
Or you have the energy but not the appreciation for the output, you know, that you're giving.
Yeah, or you have the inspiration but not the energy.
Yeah.
Or you like it's
a give and take,
going.
dude. It's a give and take. Like
and that's been my entire year.
Dude,
really.
All
like,
the time.
But I just get
haven't-
this great idea and then as soon as I sit down to do something I'm like, nah, I can't be
Dude,
fun.
I haven't even had that. I haven't wanted to hold a pen. Like for years now, since we restarted the podcast, I've talked about like how like meditative it is to draw and, you know,
That's
ink
because
stuff.
you have to say that. Not
No.
that we're sponsored or anything.
No.
But yeah.
But it's just now, I just fucking, like when I ink, I just feel stressed.
Yeah.
And I'm not enjoying it at all. And now like it's let up a lot. So that's why I've been able to sketch all the Inktobers now. But it's like thumbnails. They're really bad, you know, but I understand them, so it's fine. And it's just like I had to work myself back to it, but I couldn't work at it in the beginning. It's like when you went through all your art supplies to just end back to where you started.
Yeah.
That's what I've needed to do as well. Like I needed to kind of not draw and then, you know, start kind of backwards, because I did try to paint. I did try to, you know, ink with like the things I talked about before, like the gouache and shit, and it all just turned to shit or disaster before I even started, or I couldn't find the gouache or the inks. Like I had to go through all those things as well, and then now I'm back on the iPad instead, which is kind of where I belong.
You're back on the iPad
again. And now I'm back. Like I've sketched out all 30. Some of them are so bad. I hate them. But they're all there, so now I can start sort of like putting them down on paper.
And it was so impressive, like just seeing you. Well, when you showed me that image, just wanted to rip your head off.
It felt really good to have them all.
Yeah,
but the first time I sat down, I was like, oh my god, the anxiety, and then like bam, I had 5. No, I had all 7.
Yeah,
like immediately. I was like, this is actually pretty easy. And then the next time I sat down, I think I had 20. And then
I came as far
30.
as screenshotting the prompts.
The prompts.
So I have that.
Dude, and I did what I didn't do last year. Last year, I had a screenshot of the prompts, and then it disappeared in my photos.
Yeah.
And I was like, where is this? And then I went to Inktober, Instagram. I looked it up. I screenshotted it again. And then like, it disappeared in my photos.
Yeah.
And I kept doing that throughout Inktober. Now I just took it and I just copy pasted it into my fucking sketches.
Nice.
Yeah. Just like,
Smart.
why didn't I do this last year?
Yeah, it's just there always.
Yeah, always. It's like, okay, this is that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
No, mine is definitely gone. I think I have more pictures of baby now than I've taken pictures of anything the last year.
It's horrible
It
because
is.
you won't be able to throw them away. Like, I can throw any picture. It doesn't matter if it's my art,
It's all the
my
same as
abs, my biceps. But I can't throw pictures of my kids,
No.
even if they're duplicates. I'm like, I need to throw some of these away. They're like basically just like a fraction different than the previous one, but I can see beauty and something unique in them all.
Yeah.
And by the way, turn on the live view on all your photos.
Yeah.
So that every time you can play back a bit of the photo, it's such a nice memory to have.
But it's too much space.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I do a lot of
Swear.
videos though.
Throw the videos.
Yeah.
No.
And Santa just got the 13 Pro.
Nice. And I ordered the 14.
Oh yeah, that's
And I was supposed to get it on Friday, and I haven't heard anything.
of course. Yeah,
Cool.
I need to get a new one as well. I don't know why. I just feel like it's
You should. Yeah. I
Yeah.
bought it on my company this time.
smart.
It just took 3 phones. Now I'm there.
Yeah, man, I should do that too.
Motherfucker, why haven't I done this? Like every time I order it, I just forget. Like, and then now I bought it for cash. I don't have to fucking pay anyone for anything. I just have the phone.
Something I learned just the other day. It doesn't apply to either one of us because we don't have different numbers for
shit, okay.
anything. But if you have a company and you have a different number, let's say you have two
for your
phones,
company,
like one
yeah.
private and one company phone, you can actually get a dual SIM
Yeah,
card
you can do that on
thing.
the iPhone 13, I think, and 14, like eSIM.
I didn't know about this.
This is a phone now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. So it's got a SIM card in.
No, it has eSIM, so it's a digital SIM card. That is connected to my phone, though. So it's the same number, but it has its own like digital like card.
But you can have two different numbers in
I
the
know.
same phone.
Yeah,
Which
is also something you can do.
When somebody calls, it says that it's for this phone.
Yeah.
And then that, so you can have
I didn't
your
want that
company
though
and-
because
But it's fucking amazing, specifically for us that have our own businesses.
yeah, but you can do that with a personal one as well. Like
Which,
it doesn't
I
matter.
mean, because that's the thing. I only have my private
I
number.
think. Yeah.
And that's why I can't get
yeah.
I can't write it off as a company thing because it's my private number.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've asked
you've asked,
all of,
okay.
all
Then
of
we'll-
the
the accountant
Yes.
and people.
but maybe now I can sort of circumvent that in some way. I don't know. But yeah, I would love to be able to write off the phone.
Yeah,
For the
you do a
company.
lot of fucking work for
It's
it.
the only thing that
Yeah.
I'd use my phone for.
Yeah.
And now baby photos. But I mean, she's still ugly.
She's going to
so,
become
yeah.
a client eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. What were we talking about? Babies.
I don't remember.
That's where my head is
shit,
at.
where the fuck were we?
We were saying good things.
I said something about ink coming back.
and we were talking about the prompts in the phone, and then the prompts disappearing, and you pasting them into
but
the thing.
before that,
And you
we were
sketched
talking about
All of the
on
prompts.
topic
stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. God damn
It's
it.
barely an inconvenience.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't
wait,
remember
Let's buy some
shit.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thinking that stuff.
that we've talked about. It's so good.
Yeah.
Let's have a drink to
I
it.
got a you. Wah.
And always that lady that laughs a bit too long. No, just
Like, how can we? The effort of the creation of things.
and the existence.
Yeah, effort.
But again, like,
Do you feel like you're putting more or less effort into your work these days?
I haven't done any work.
But if you try to
But if I
remember
do,
back when you actually did.
but the last piece that I did, the what's that monster called with the tentacles? The
Hulu.
Cthulhu. There you go. Brain, not connecting dots. But that one is way more worked on than any of my Inktober pieces. So I would say that I do push myself more because I don't care about posting it as much. And I think that's like a shift that everyone needs to do. Like,
yes.
Because I feel like sometimes...
But is that age or is that...
I think it's age.
Yeah.
But also, the climate, like social media climate has become like, I don't know. Like I enjoy talking to people that I already know now.
Yeah.
And, they do talk to me, even if I don't post as often. And I do most things through stories now.
I'm trying not to do jokes here.
Yeah. I don't know. So I just I want my work to be for me right now.
Yeah.
And sure, I'll tag some relevant stuff and I'll do the game, but I'll do it on my sort of terms. And because I don't care. Like, I don't have the fucks to give. Like, I just want to do me right now. Like, not that way. But masturbation is what we're getting at.
No, but I mean, everybody that's listened to this podcast more than 1 or 2 episodes know that that's where I am at and have been for the last couple of years almost. And I am but it still there.
Yeah, but it still feels like sometimes you do take the whole Instagram thing personally.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you can't help but do it.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think for us that's been a part of it for so long.
Yeah, and seeing like the ups and downs.
Exactly. When you know that...
It's been better. Yeah.
It's been really good.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And you're like, maybe this is the one that's going to break the mold. That's going to give me a few more followers or get me a little bit of recognition, maybe some more work, whatever it is. It never is. It never is. And you should never, ever expect that. And again, that's ties into to today's topic.
And effort does tie into that as well.
Yes.
It's like you feel like you deserve.
I think that is the topic.
The topic, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the feeling of deserving recognition or whatever the fuck. Like, no, I put so much effort into this thing. I need at least 5,000 likes
for this to be worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in your heart of hearts, you're gonna get those maybe like 50 to 200 likes, somewhere in between there, if it's going really well. If you're like me, you're gonna get like the 20, 30, and that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe one comment from like a bot.
Yeah. And that's the thing with like why I'm not as, I guess, bothered by it is that my account is doing okay in regards to posts. Like, I don't post at all. And then when I do, like, I can count on at least 500 something likes at least. Like, and it's okay because I'm not active.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I deserve more.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, but
it's a win.
It's a win for me, yeah. Like I still see that people are active. I do get shout outs. I do get comments. Like my DMs, like they're active all the time. And it's just people being nice. They follow my stories. Like I have so many stories going on that are just dumb shit. It's like, it's either me working out, it's the slippers while working out, it's the coffees, it's like, like there's always like a dumb thing to follow. And it's become fun again. Yeah. Like that is my favorite part of Instagram, the behind the everything.
Yeah.
Now I just need to back it up with some art and, but I still just want to do it for me now. But I still want everyone to buy it, but I want to do it for me.
Yeah.
And which is a bit fucked.
And I also, like, I'm going all in the daddy stuff and I'm going to do the whole
But I think
parenting.
You need to do that. You need to do that. That is where you're at now.
I'm just going to post a lot of pictures of me being tired with a baby. Like
I think so. I think it was like the one that you had where you were just lying there with the sleeping babies and you're zooming out and you're expecting the baby and it's just
just me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Parenting too.
It was so good.
That's what it is.
It was so good.
Because Anna was just like, aren't you going to go do that thing? And I'm like, yeah, soon. It's like, I got the baby. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're free.
Yeah,
I know.
She just snapped the picture.
Yeah. No, it was
I was
really
just so
good.
happy just being there.
Yeah. Dude, same thing.
Life.
I was going to draw my first Inktober yesterday, start prepping. And then I just sat on the couch and I was like, I should watch something. Or no, I should draw. I should draw was the first one. And then I was like, I should go take that shower. And then I was like, I should probably watch something. And then I just sat there.
In the dark.
Yeah. Dude, yes, it was dark. And I was just like, yeah, I'll do something. I'll do something. I did nothing.
Eventually.
Eventually. No. I was just like, I've slept so poorly. It's been hell. You know, like when you haven't slept consecutively, you know, like, because I don't mind not sleeping. If I'm doing fun stuff, I don't need to sleep.
No, same.
Like, but it catches up so fast now. It's like 3 days of this, and then you're like, just like not even
potatoes.
human. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Count to potato is like as high as I go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I don't know what I need because I'm against sleeping pills,
speed.
all this stuff. But at this point, I was like, weed. I would like to have some weed. Why isn't it legal here? I think that is the only thing that would like just let it go. Because I can't play video games.
Justify you being lazy.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, I smoked weed, so this is all I
but it's
can
but
do.
it's a choice.
Exactly.
No, but I'm hoping that I can just like alleviate my mind from all the things.
Yeah, and that is what weed does for me,
Yeah.
at least. It just helps take away the strain of living.
But
it's just like.
But that's what
chill
I
out,
appreciate about it as well. It's just like that, like video games do.
Yeah.
Like, sure, video games, you have to actively partake in it for it to work. But when you do, I do forget everything. Like, I don't think about all the problems or the things that I have to do because I'm the way, like, even with movies. But movies is, for me, like, it's hard to start something.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you start looking at a library of movies, you don't know what to watch. Like, it's
becomes a different
different type of problem.
Yes.
Added to the other problems.
Yeah.
But video games have that, like, you just zone out and then you're just in that world and you have to save, I don't know, people from dinosaurs or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, like, it has the ability to do that. And weed has the ability to make you not care about all the things you need to do.
Yes.
Even if you're doing nothing, then the nothing is your
That is the
priority.
Thing you're doing.
Yeah, that's the thing you're doing.
You are still doing something.
You're still doing something.
Yeah.
Actively not doing it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't illegal in
Yeah.
this stupid country. That is also good, but also stupid right now.
Yeah, we'll see. It feels like we're still a few years away.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the world is catching up. So hopefully.
I'll sleep in a couple of decades.
When my kids have grown up, hopefully it'll be legal and I can just sit down and puff away and just, enjoy life. No alcohol.
Yeah, I'm out and I'm good. But it was actually, like, after the first sip that I accidentally took a way too big gulp of, it was better.
Right?
Like that first gulp kind of...
You need to burn off
the tongue. Yeah. All
and then after that, it's kind of smooth.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Yeah.
And it also smelled really good.
Right? Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Rum.
Papa. Papa rum.
Papa rum. Papa rum. Cut my rum into pieces.
This is my Papa rum. Yeah. Yes,
that happened. But again, like, with the value, like the effort versus the what the fuck is the outcome. Like, again, even with professional work though, like, the client doesn't care how much work you put into it. They just want the final thing. So whether you choose to kind of like trace something to simplify your work, you know, like, let's say you take a photo of something and then you trace that and then you make it cool. That'll save you time, and time is money.
So you make money.
Yeah. So even if you didn't learn how to draw, I don't know, whatever the fuck you just traced in my metaphor here, whatever you did trace, like, the client does not care how you got to the final result.
No.
And so if you want to suffer for your art, like, it has no bearing on the receiver. No. You know what I mean? Like, they don't give a shit. Like,
you do that work for yourself.
Yeah.
And then for the client, obviously, there's money, there's time.
There's
time is money. So, do yourself a favor and just work smart.
Yeah. And I think you can challenge yourself to suffer a little so that you can like learn and overcome things and understand how things are, like how anatomy works or whatever the fuck you need in your work, whatever it is. But when it comes to just doing live work, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You don't want to,
Which you always do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always going to do that.
Yeah.
If you are like us, I guess.
No, but I've gotten so much better.
Yeah, but that's because we're old again.
No. It's because work.
Look back 20 years.
Yeah, but dumbasses.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're talking to our past selves
Yes.
for sure. But what I'm saying is right now, like I'm not at all afraid to trace.
No.
Because it saves me so much
Like who
time.
are you trying to impress?
That's the thing. No one cares.
Just
no one
deliver
cares.
the job.
Yeah.
Like-
Like the stuff that I can draw, I will just draw it
Of
because
course.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I don't know how they work or what they look like, or I can draw them, but I can't make them believable enough for anyone else to care about them.
Reference.
I will trace the
Trace it.
reference, just like the base of it, just to understand like the
You're
shape.
still going to draw over it. You're
Dude,
still going to
do you
make it
know
into
how-
your own thing.
The thing is, you're not gonna use the reference in the final work.
No.
You just need to get a concept out, for example. The concept can be a straight fucking, like,
Circle. No.
yeah. Very nice. No, but the prototype or like the example can be just a carbon copy of the trace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thing you looked at. And then you make it your own, eventually.
Yeah.
And also, hopefully, you learn in the same time, because that's what I do. Like, I don't know how, like, I didn't have time to draw, like, a human heart. I just traced one. There are all these fucking old, like, medicinal books with all the drawn hearts, with the rendering and the... Fucking just traced one of those. I just took the lines that I needed, and then I just started painting over that.
That's how you do.
And it worked, and then...
How are you supposed to know what anatomically correct
doll?
Oh my God.
No,
Yes.
but heart. Yeah.
How are you supposed to know exactly what that looks like? It's impossible.
Yeah, and it doesn't like when you're doing work, sitting down and wasting time on learning the heart is not valuable in my opinion, because I'm only gonna draw it the once. No, I'm good, man. And like I'd rather just trace it. And then, when I draw for myself, I won't trace the heart because that is not fun for me.
But then now you also know what the heart looks like.
But then
because
again,
you
yeah.
have traced it and
Yes.
you have done that exercise and
Yes.
delivered. I've drawn so many of those hearts.
And that's what I'm saying. When you do it enough times, though, you'll learn it as well.
Yeah.
So there are different ways of learning, and sometimes tracing. And I think we have an episode like way back now
on tracing.
on tracing that is like you can learn so much by tracing some stuff. Because sometimes your head can't wrap around a shape or something, and then once you trace it, you're like, oh shit, like that's how that works. Like, and I think a good example is like a lot of people draw like the 45-degree head.
Yeah.
But once you trace a 45-degree head, you kind of like where the elbow or the eyebrow meets the nose, the tip of the nose, to like you're like, oh shit, I always perceived it in this way, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of those little moments when you're tracing that you're like, oh, I've always drawn it like this, but it's not even close to that. Like, or I'm what do you call it? I'm translating the shape language wrong.
Yeah.
So what I'm putting on paper looks wrong because I'm doing it wrong. And like once you learn that rule, you can break it, but you need to kind of understand what it is that you are breaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is like, it's a good way of learning.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense. I hope people understand what we're talking about, because this might sound like alien language.
Yeah, it might sound like we actually did smoke weed.
Yeah. But no, I get you though. And still, like to this day, if I need to do a very correct type of heart, I will still trace it, because
same.
I can't remember all of the veins and
the arteries and the shit.
Where everything is going. If you ask me to draw it now, I could draw it and it would definitely look believable, but it wouldn't be anatomically correct. Finally, yes, said it right.
Anatomically,
yes. So yeah, I still use it
I know
on
that.
almost every piece that I do for tattooing.
But it's like
it needs to be so extremely accurate because I've entered into this realm of more realistic stuff. So now I can't get away from it. Now I need to have more photorealistic reference with everything. So I am actually doing more photo bashing than drawing stuff, which is sad, but also makes it so much more fun to tattoo. It just makes it so much more challenging in everything. Even this simple fishbone thing that I did over a scar.
It was really cool over the scar.
It got, like, people loved it so much. I hate it. Well, I don't hate it, but I know that,
I know what you mean, yeah. I would never tattoo over my scars.
No.
Like, I love every scar that I have.
This one was like a big nasty scar and he just hated it so much. And it also kind of looked like a fishbone. If you went in to really look at it closely, you would see like it would be a spine with those ribs kind of sticking out of it.
It's cool that you guys were able to translate it into that.
Yeah, because we did a different type of tattoo a month back. And when he wrote me, he wanted to do both at the same time.
Oh, shit.
But I totally forgot about the fishbone thing. So I was so focused in on the first tattoo that we did, which was kind of a big piece anyways, that I was like, the other one was just gone. But when he wrote me then, it was just one of those simple cartoon fishbones, you know, like the one that you would draw from your head. And when he came in for the session, I was like, of course, I need to play it off as professional as I can. I'm like, no, we're not going to be able to do both of those. It's going to take too much time to do this. You're going to get too tired. It's not,
you're just going to.
So, and what exactly did you want with the fishbone? So I made it into like this consultation. But then I also managed to steer it into what I wanted to do with it, which was let's do something cool and not just a cartoon fishbone. What if we actually did like a realistic fish head and then fish body, bone, and then whatever? Like, do you want, let's do like, what if we did a great white shark and like did a shark head and then fish bone and then tail and all that? Like, that would be so cool. And it was, not feeling the sharks, but I do a lot of fishing and actually a pike would be pretty cool. I was like, that's awesome. That's like the Swedish version of a great white shark. It's like the monster.
Yeah, the one we have.
Exactly. I'm like, that's awesome. Wouldn't that be cool? And he's like, dude, I never thought of that. I'm like, there you go. See, that's why we wait. In my head, I'm like, thank God, safe.
Oh, man. Totally so many times. So many times that has happened.
But I had so much fun doing it. And that's actually, speaking of going back to the very beginning here, where you put so much effort into the beginning of it, and then towards the very end, the body is tired, your brain is tired, your hand and everything is so tired. So if you look at the back part, like the fin of the fish, it's not as clean as the beginning part of it. The upside here is that we're still going to color it in and finish it off another day. So I know that I can go in and tidy it up and make it perfect. But just going back to the whole trying to keep that energy up throughout the whole session, it's impossible.
No, it is.
It's impossible. So do yourself a favor and actually, if you are working within the tattoo industry, cut it short. Take a break. Stop and then go back another day.
Oh, man, that helps in just normal art.
Yes. Or take a break, do like a full lunch, an hour's break, chill out, get that energy back, and then
not look at it as well. Like, don't look at it for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to do so much for you instead of trying to I just need to finish it and then I can go home. No. And the same goes for all of the art pieces that you do. Don't try to just rush it and finish it. Take a day. Yeah. Take a week. Take a month.
Yeah, and when it comes to like the social part, don't finish it for social media.
No.
Never finish it for social media.
They're not waiting for you to publish it.
Nobody cares.
No.
And the algorithm won't help you. So why are you rushing to fail? You know what I mean? Like, just take your time. At least when you've published it, it'll be, as good as it could have been with your current skill. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it can at least be done.
It can be better.
Yeah, it can be better than if you just posted it, because that was like my biggest thing. Like I took everything to like 90% or like 80 or like, let's be honest, 75 if we're doing truth bombs, and I would just post them. And then after I posted them, all the good ideas would come. Yeah. I was like, oh, I should have done this and that. Oh, and you could have done that, but you're an asshole. Now you posted it, and the differences you're going to make are not going to be big enough, at least in my opinion, to repost it.
No, because a normal person wouldn't be able to tell what you did differently. It might look a little bit more polished. You might have added this little thing, but to a non-artsy person,
it'll be fine.
It'd be the same image.
Yeah, but I think it's important that you are, as satisfied as you can be, like, because it's a what do you call it? It's a novelty thing. Yeah. Like, oh, it's so done, and then you're done with it.
But that's also where it's very apparent that it's not for you.
Yeah.
It is for the gram. It's for the likes. It's for that dopamine kick. You just want to feel it. And that's the addictive thing. Like, we are all addicts in one way or another. It doesn't have to be drugs. It's just like
it's everything.
Just
like
posting something. It just feels so fucking good. It doesn't have to be good.
It doesn't have to be.
No,
good,
you just post it, and you're like, oh yes, hit me, baby.
One more time.
Yeah.
And
then and then you just realize what you've done, and you feel ashamed, and it's that hangover, and it just comes to haunt you, and then it's stuck there in your feed, and you're like, am I gonna remove it or no? Because everybody's gonna know. Yeah. So might as well just keep it there. And it's still getting likes for some reason, and it's so ugly, and then it's like, oh, okay, cool, but then I'll just keep doing this then. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a nasty cycle.
Yeah, nasty.
No, but the thing is, you really need to kind of, I guess, because your effort, I feel personally, doesn't matter to the end consumer, whether it's just looking at it online or buying it or whatever. Like, I think the story matters to people that care about you. Yeah. Like, it might be like, oh, this piece, I went through this, and, but it's hard to translate that into a piece. You know what I mean? Like the suffering, unless it's a self-portrait of you, and you've had these metaphorical things around it that kind of imply something. Yeah. And people can relate to that, sure. But I don't think, do people read captions?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I read captions, but I only read some captions. Same. I don't know. I don't have a method of doing it. I try to read the captions of my friends, but even then, I forget. Yeah. But I
look
try
at the
to.
thing, and then you just. Yeah. I mean, it's very self-explanatory. Yeah. But sometimes there is a very deep meaning or explanation, or sometimes you write the story for one of your images or whatever. Totally miss it. Yeah. It's just like, oh, cool image, bam, share it. Like, that's see how good I am. I'm a good friend. Sharing it.
Sharing it. But I think it's okay as well. We all live in this sort of oversaturated kind of art market, and now AI is helping that along to oversaturate it even more.
Hopefully they'll bring us back to more like the gallery showings, doing more actually bringing our art.
I'm hoping that as well
to people.
I'm hoping that as well. And also I think that AI art, I don't want to take, no, we should do this as a separate episode. Yeah, let's save AI. Yeah, it's a separate thing. And also, I don't know, man. No, I had nothing else. Okay, my brain is not firing on all cylinders.
We are fried.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I was just
dude, you can't start saying that and then make me say it. Oh,
I didn't make you do shit. You're just racist.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Snip. We'll go Jew on it.
Oh, my God. Yeah. But yeah. No, I feel like I probably said the same thing 50 times over.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
Same here. And I think we all just need to kind of, forget our struggles.
Go frozen on a bit.
Go frozen, yeah. No, it's about outlook. Remember why you're doing the art, we got to remember that I would be painting even if I wasn't being paid. And most of the time when I draw private stuff, I'm not getting paid by anyone. Yeah. And, except for burning out, I've normally, in normal circumstances, enjoyed making my art. Sometimes I surprise myself by making like a cool, like artistic discovery, a technique that I enjoy. But most times it's the same thing, but I still enjoy both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's nice to discover like, oh, this looks like that and I can reuse it in multiple pieces. But it's also just nice, the act of doing.
Yeah.
And I think the act of doing has kind of been lost. You know, the classic, the journey, not the destination thing.
Yeah.
Like
same.
it's disgusting and you throw up a little in your mouth every time someone says it, but
It's so true.
it's so true.
Yeah, it definitely is. And it is lost.
And it is lost. It feels like instant satisfaction is still where we're at.
Yeah.
And it just is what is. Like I have this thing when I see the TikToks or the, you know, those types of videos of people doing nothing basically. Some people just throwing their hair, you know, or just, and that's a video like 7 to 11 seconds. Like as soon as Instagram recommends something, my brain says no. And then I just flick it away.
Yeah.
Like I don't even watch them. Like it needs to be interesting, you know, to the point where I'm like, oh, this is something that I want, but I need to discover it on my own and not by it popping up in my feed.
Yeah.
Like I'm very sort of like, I've become so sensitive to suggested bullshit from, you know, media. Cause it's like this it's made art boring.
Yeah.
It's made everything boring, like acrobatics, gymnastics. Like it's just so much of it all the time. Like look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Like nothing is exciting.
This is what you want.
Yeah, this is what you want. Oh, you look at puppies. Here are a million puppies.
Yeah.
Like
That's
no,
the only thing I get.
No, but
it's
but
only
that's
pugs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like we talked about this at the restaurant. Like I enjoy hamburgers on Mondays.
Yeah.
I don't want burgers every day because then it's just ugh.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like nothing is enjoyable. Like even hanging out with the people that you love the most, if you hang around them inside all the
Every
time
day.
in a room, you're going to hate them eventually. Like you're going to get frustrated.
To get out. You
Yes.
need to break the mold.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you'll go a bit crazy.
Yeah.
And I think the overstimulation that people are sort of suffering from, or you know, there's a fatigue, you know, that happens by like overstimulating yourself. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram unless I'm talking to people
Yep.
or posting my shit.
Same.
I'm not gonna scroll through photos or videos or
I do that maybe once
Reels.
a week. Like if I'm being lazy
Yeah.
in bed and I have the time,
But that's the
I'll just
difference.
scroll
like,
through
yeah.
reels or the feed and just look at
Yeah.
stuff. But it's never like for any type of gain. It's never for
No,
like hunting
same.
for any inspiration or anything. It's just like being lazy and not having anything else to do or
Yeah.
procrastinating. Like I don't want life to begin just now. I'll just sit here with my phone
Yeah.
and just do this. And then maybe I get inspired.
My phone keeps telling me like this week you've 27% less on or on social.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's just keep going down. And I feel like I'm on it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just no.
Yeah.
No.
Actually,
less,
I haven't
less.
checked. I
No,
wonder.
but it gives me a report every Monday, I
Okay.
think, or something like that. And it is just there.
It's always
so
less.
yeah, it's always just less, yeah.
Yeah.
and-
But that's a good thing.
No, it is a good thing. But I think we would all feel a little better. Because something that just being away from like,
Captain Fantastic.
oh man,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's dive into that shit. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Do less Instagram for the likes. Draw more for you.
Exactly.
And like, I know
Keep it
that you
separate.
no, but I just mean like I know that you suffer sometimes for your art, especially in certain phases in life. You will suffer more for less. You know what I mean? Like the outcome
Yes.
won't be as rewarding, and that should also be okay.
Yeah.
Like like sometimes we're not that good. You know, when you look back. Like look back if you've succeeded now. And you know, there was a point where you felt like you deserved recognition. And then you look back now and you're like, I didn't deserve shit. Like I don't deserve shit today, but I'm better. But why would you know, like you just half-ass your way through art school, for example.
Yeah.
Because that's like a common thing, you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
I go to art school and you're like, oh, cool. How long? I went there for 5 years or 4 years, whatever the fuck it is. And they come out of it and they can't draw. Like they can't draw basic shit. Like they can barely do a circle. You know what I mean?
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I knew how to drew. I knew
yeah.
how to draw okay when I stepped in. Then I learned a little bit of stuff, so I got a little bit better. But how much, like, did I ever put 100% effort into anything at school or anything?
Yeah.
Really. Have I ever put 100% into anything that I've done? Probably not.
I don't know. Like, I don't think you have, like, if I can compare to other stuff that I do, and I guess working out is the one that kind of physically stresses me the most. It's that you can only have 100% output every now and then. So you need to kind of pace yourself like you talked about earlier. And then, you know, when needed, you can put in the 100%, like Inktober last year.
Exactly.
Like
let's just go.
Yeah, because I was like 100%, 100%, a little every now and then.
Yeah.
But during Inktober, like 100, and that's probably why I burned out so hard.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in like giving it 100% all the time.
No.
Like you need to pace. It's a long run. You know, like it's not gonna.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, so it's really like you need to be smart about where you put in the effort.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to break like we did.
Yeah. So just, prepare yourself for Inktober, bitches.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. Or
and
not.
Yeah, exactly. So our recap is moving on!
Moving on! Toolies.
Yes.
Quick tools. I painted with the gouache. That's what I did. So I
All right. I think I got a job offer.
ooh, cool. Photos or video again.
Oh, shit. I think I messed up the car yesterday.
Oh, cool. So another job. But no, I did a portrait. I just forced myself to paint.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to do like a large type of portrait. And this was actually because of Instagram.
God damn.
So I was doing one of those scrolling lazily through my reels. And then
Scrolling on my
I don't know if you've encountered this, but if you do have a collection of stories in your feed or your profile. So I have one story that is like, you know, the creation of the Jimi Hendrix portrait with like different steps. And I save that as a story folder thing. So you can go in and you can check that. And
you can
the
check them
process.
in the,
If you have that and you're scrolling through your reels, eventually Instagram is going to just like, hey, what if we make this into a reel?
What?
And they just take your story and they compile that into a 1 minute reel with suggested music as well.
Oh shit. In
Reels.
Wait, no, I didn't get that.
So you're scrolling through reels, like you just click a reel and you're
on
watching
reel. Okay.
different types. For me, it's pugs.
Okay.
I see puppies. It's so super cute. And then I scroll and I see skateboard stuff and blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, it's just like Instagram. Instead of an ad, it's just Instagram that's doing, they compile your story folder into a reel. And they shorten it down and they add some music to it that they, I don't know, magically find. And they're like, do you want to make this into a reel? So they've already edited or like cut it all together really quickly for you.
What?
Yeah. So
The pugs.
that happened with the Jimi Hendrix one that I
And
posted.
then-
So that was just Instagram made all of that. I didn't do shit. The only thing I did was I changed the music from whatever they had to Master of Puppets.
So you took a Jimi Hendrix piece and put Metallica on it?
Yeah, just to fuck with everything. I know. But so I posted that. And it got a little bit of recognition or like people enjoyed it because, that portrait was good, I guess. But it just, I think it was actually Moose who commented on it and made me realize why I love that portrait so much.
But it's a nice one, though.
But it's also like there was no effort into making it look exactly like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
I just made my own thing with it. And I had so much fun actually doing it, and I tested different spray paints and all of this stuff. I just had so much fun with it, and that made me realize that is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just draw a portrait, but just from like your perspective, not forced to look exactly like the person or whatever.
But I think that's always been your thing. Like when
I always tweak it a little bit, of course, but that's always to be safe and not to be disappointed. But there's a difference between doing that on purpose and then just fucking it, like not thinking about it. So I did that with a person that I really don't understand why I haven't painted a portrait of all of these years. Bruce fucking Campbell. So I just used
childhood hero.
Ash from Evil Dead, and I just mashed two pictures together and started painting. And like I did with the Jimi Hendrix one, sketched it out, and then I just went nuts with like spraying different types of textures all over the thing, and just had fun with it. Yeah, I had fun with it. And then just went full on gouache for the whole thing. So the only thing that I've used that I'm kind of used to using was my red pen, and then everything else is brush. Just brush. And I had so much fun just sitting there trying to do this, and then the whole process of painting and then letting it dry for a bit.
Spending time with baby. You were fucking doing the what do you call it, hair dryer thing.
Yeah, exactly. Fun. So just try utilizing everything that I had in the apartment, and then of course that also lend itself to me being away and cuddling with baby and jumping in between, because it needs to dry for a bit, and then I go back, and so on, so on, so. I had a blast doing this. I did this a full day and finished it maybe 11-ish o'clock at night. And I mean, I'm not super happy with it, but looking at it, fun. Like when I see it on the table where it still is, still like it looks good. I like the outcome of it. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you remember the portraits of from Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Very nice.
Like it just felt cartoonish but realistic.
Semi-realistic.
Somewhere in between. Yeah. But I had a lot of fun, and again, just using a brush instead of all of the normal stuff that I use, it just made it so much more difficult but so much more fun. So
very cool.
Yeah. I recommend it to everybody, and I've probably talked about it a billion times before, but trying something different when you're stuck just helps so much. So go gouache, have fun.
Go gouache something.
Go gouache it up. Or something. But that's my little toolies.
Very nice.
Yeah. Thanks. You got anything?
I finished the Inktober thumbnails.
Awesome.
Can't stress how good it feels to do, even if I can't draw, or I feel like I haven't been able to draw. It's really nice. It's such a easy, they're so small, and you just need to get the sort of the point across of what's happening. And they've been a lot of fun. They all feel the same now that I'm done, but it's fine. You know what I mean? I still enjoyed some of them. And I think I had some good ideas there with some whatever ideas, but they all feel like fun.
But I have a question for you there. So, because obviously now you've painted or sketched up 31 small thumbnails. With each one of these thumbnails, you have the grand image in your head while you're doing it, right? Kind of.
No.
Or while you're creating it.
Sometimes I just use the word
to
kind of
just push it out on the thing.
Yeah, literally the word.
You must have had that with at least one or two.
No, the first one, the first 7.
Yeah.
Clear as day.
But so here is my question then.
Yeah.
When you finally go back to actually draw them or finish them as the big thing, do you remember that image?
No, the original?
Or is it trying to interpret the thumbnail that was based off of that grandiose image?
Thing is, they're so fresh that it's good enough.
Yeah.
Like, I usually put it down more than I need to on those so that I don't have to think it up later. But some of them are very bare minimum.
Yeah.
It's like one of them, I think, is, what is it called? When you're angry, but there's another word for it. It's salty.
Salty.
Salty is one of the prompts.
Cool.
And I just, like, I was like, that's like when you're angry and a bit like upset at someone. So I just used that. So it's just her kind of looking back a bit angrily and just like putting her tongue out, that's it. That's all there's on that sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even, well done. I have a little thing that is a tongue.
Yeah, but
But I know at least that.
Combined with the prompt, I guess.
Exactly. But I have no background. There's nothing to it. I'm thinking of trying to do a couple of portraits this year of Oppa.
Nice.
So just a bit up close, focus on the hair, the face,
That's actually something new.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to see a lot of the details of
Oppa, yeah. Like
even hands or,
No,
like
anything,
what
so.
are the details of her suit? Or,
yeah. So,
yeah, cool.
So, yeah, I'm going to do a couple of those closer ones where I'm going to just crop her, and that's going to save me time.
Yeah.
Because rendering backgrounds, there are so many things that I need to keep track of. But I have a couple, like, I've been very sort of freely interpreting, like, the prompts, and it's something that I can tell everyone to do. Like, if you can find a way, because there's one called Armadillo, or Armadillo. Armadillo. But the thing is, just think of what the word means in, Spanish instead of what it means or what kind of animal it is.
Yeah. Or what's your immediate thought when you
think of the word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just thought body of armor, like armor.
Suit of armor.
Suit of armor,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. Or someone that is armored. So that's my interpretation. And then I did that, and I was like, I drew this last year, and then I went with Armadillo. So she's going to be writing an Armadillo, unless I come up with something else.
Cool.
But it's a
I just see the one
animal.
from El Dorado.
Oh, that is perfect. Very good. Yes.
Nice.
But
no, because why I'm asking is when I mapped out the book, writing down the different chapters, it's like, oh, I have an idea for this chapter, and I just write the word, and that word is kind of like my thumbnail, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So my brain just goes, well, I will remember everything about this part of the story when I write this word here.
Mm-hmm.
Going back a month later,
No.
What is this word?
But this episode, I did write like effort versus outcome.
Yeah.
And then we were both like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But then I did write a little note underneath, and that's how I write when I write, because I know myself. I have so many notes that are just a word.
Yeah.
And just like you said, it means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a lot of drawing ideas. They're all like that. Like I've learned that my brain and my crazy does not remember the specifics. So I do write this girl in tree, this blah word, and then flower from blah, blah, blah. Like I'm sort of like
So you're just like
dumbing it down. Yeah, exactly. Because this episode wouldn't have been an episode unless I wrote the other, like the line underneath.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's where I'm at now with the story, by the way, because I'm like, I have so many, like, just one word is like Demon Day. And I'm like, what the that sounds awesome. What is that?
Demon Day sounds awesome.
What is Demon Day?
But Demon Day is a cool word.
Also cool.
World.
Cool world.
Cool world.
Oh, yeah.
Sucks so much.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. And I got a reply from the thing that I sent you, but they were like, it's gonna cost this much to actually make the book. So if you can go in with this amount of money, we will pay for everything outside of that number.
Oh, shit.
So it's more like, if you feel like this is an investment for you, if you believe in this project enough, then you should take a loan and give us all this money, and then we'll push it out. And they said, like they were really kind about it. They were like, we don't doubt the writing. We like the way you've written it. It's the genre that is a little bit like we don't know if it's going to sell. So we can't put everything into this. But this is what we can offer you. Like,
oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
At least they're being specific about why.
And they were really specific. Like they listed everything and they told me like this is the amount of this. So all of this is what you're going to be paying for with that amount. It was 65,000 Swedish crowns for the publishing the production of the book. So that's a lot of money.
But the thing is,
but it's also not a lot.
So you're not getting paid anything. You're putting out 60,000, and then they do stuff and they get money, and you get some royalties. That feels wrong.
Yes, which is also why I passed on this idea.
But one tip I would give you though, in regards of this, is to kind of maybe just do a genre. Do like Kevin Smith did, where he released Clerks before Mallrats. Although Mallrats was, I think he had the script, or like it's one or the other, like something like that. Yeah. And Stephen King as well. I think like he did a couple. Like he had stories, but he couldn't do anything with them at the moment because he wasn't famous.
So do like a smaller, easier story.
Yeah, or like I think like the breakdancing vampire thingy. Like
it's easier to sell.
It's so much easier. Like you could aim it towards youth. You could sort of like light horror. But still sort of. Not Twilight, but within the world of like it has a wider audience.
And that's where my head was at before.
Yeah.
And I did try to finish it.
Yeah.
But
no.
It just felt like, well, I started this story. I should finish this story. And then that was the thing. I just went nuts and sent it out. I mean, I still haven't gotten replies from all of the people yet. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be anything.
No, but I think it's important that you are making it real.
Yes.
Because when you're writing just for yourself, it's just writing for yourself, and it's not real. It's not. You don't need to do you need to put an effort in. Because today you told me I need to write. You've never told me you need to write.
No, but I just need to finish this thing.
Exactly.
I want it to be a complete first draft.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is like, do your first draft. Put it aside, and then take the other story, because then you have drafts. Mm-hmm. You have a full book, like a full, first draft of a book that you distance yourself from for a while.
Let it marinate.
Yeah, and then go in and dissect it, with the experience from the second book. Yeah. No, but the experience from writing the second book. And then when you go back to the first one, you were like, oh, it was so clunky here. I could remove these parts and just tighten it up and make it like easier for whoever reads it to follow along. Yeah. Like I think you're only going to have value in it. It's like you did a comic last year. If you did that comic this year, it wouldn't be as clunky in some areas.
Yes.
So you do have experience that kind of comes in on the second run,
Yeah. No, I hear you and I get you. And I don't know where or what I will be doing. But I will be doing something.
But it's super cool that you are writing. Though. It's super cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where I feel I want to excel right now. I feel like I can let the artsy stuff sit and do its thing on the side. But I really want to be a published author now. Like, that needs to be on the fucking resume.
Very cool.
Whatever it is, it just needs to be published author.
Very cool.
Yes.
I like it.
Awesome. Moving on?
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on. But with that said, welcome to the retro time.
We've seen so many things.
So many things.
So much that we don't even remember what we have
exactly.
seen.
But I have seen a movie with my kids that we've both seen a couple of times.
Whoa, what's the matter with the Guardians?
Exactly. It's still fun. Yep. And it's before the whole, pleasing everyone era.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Phase 4, is it now, right?
Phase 4. Yeah.
Phase.
Phase means fart in Swedish.
Yeah.
Phase 4.
Phase 4. The MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
The first Guardians is, I think, one of the biggest surprises in cinema history for me. I had no idea what this movie was going to be. I remember seeing the teaser.
You know what the weirdest part is? The CGI is so good.
Yeah.
But I just...
You don't really think about
You
it.
don't think about it. That's exactly... I watched the whole thing, and then I was like, oh, yeah, this is all fake, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's so good compared to, like, I don't know, Black Widow. She-Hulk. No, but just like, the end of Black Widow.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, so or like the end of Shang-Chi or whatever the fuck else has come later.
Yeah.
Like, this movie is just fucking...
On point.
It's on point, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everything, actually.
And also, he said green bitch, so...
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. but it fits the narrative in the story. And they make a joke out of it, and then he blows up the sister with the bazooka, which is also nobody calls my friends, or like nobody speaks to my friends like that or something.
Yeah.
And just like it all just like it gets tied together really nice by James Gunn.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
was fun.
This I think it's still one of my absolute favorite MCU movies.
And sorry for cutting you off like 5 minutes ago.
Not at all.
About whatever you were trying to say about the first Guardians movie.
Well, yeah.
I just like straight circle. I was like, I cut him off, and then I don't remember anything.
It was probably nothing. Yeah, I'm too tired to remember, anyways. But just being just like not knowing anything about the franchise of the Guardians, only seeing the teaser with there's a tree, there's a raccoon, and Chris Pratt, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, not
is
characters
this?
I'm interested in at all.
But that also set the bar going in. So you're like, well, this could be the absolute worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life, or the best. And you go in and you're just relaxed, and then it kicks off with that intro.
So good, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. What the matter with?
And you know what the best part about this movie is? The raccoon.
Yeah.
Like Rocket is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the voice acting from
Bradley
Cooper, and just like the way they've made him, like you sympathize with him, you understand, you believe it. Like he's so well made. Like they CGI perfection. And for being like an old movie now. Just
nailed the voice casting.
Dude, it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the more you think about it.
And the way they wrote like, what's his name? Groot. Yeah, his dialogue is amazing.
But it actually is kind of.
It's funny.
It still works.
Yeah,
like you can feel emotion, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
We are Groot.
Yeah,
like it just kills me every time.
And that they're doing that one nicely because they're kind of wearing you down with I am Groot, and like I'm pretty sure the answer is what I am Groot. You know, like they're really emphasizing
and it's
how
just funny, and it's
and I think he mentions it earlier than that as well. Oh, that's gonna get tiresome really fast.
Yeah,
and then he says we are Groot. Yeah, and it kind of just like it's such a small thing to go like straight circle with, but
yes,
it's so beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful movie. It works perfectly as its own little entity, but it also ties well into whatever comes after it. Yeah. So it's just perfect. And really James Gunn being able to show his guns.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
I haven't seen the second one enough.
I haven't seen the whole thing at all because I fell asleep and then I forgot that I watched it. Yes.
Oh, but you're probably going to see it now then.
Yes.
It's got Kurt fucking Russell in it, right? Mm-hmm. It's just automatically good. It's not as good as the first one, obviously, but it's still good compared to what we've gotten these last few years. It's really good.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like I watch a Marvel movie and, because of what has come or what like you sort of like you were expecting, it's better to go in later and watch some of them. And you're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Like Age of Ultron, when it came, you're like, But now that I rewatch it, like, sure, it's not the best, but it was more enjoyable than the first time I saw it. Like, for some reason.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
So yes. But it's also because they've done so much bad stuff now that they make the bad early stuff really, really good.
Yeah.
So further along the line, maybe we'll love She-Hulk.
No. I've given up.
No.
I don't know how many episodes are out. Anything. I don't
4,
care.
I think.
No, it's more.
I saw
it must be more. I saw
episode.
4th or 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
So it's 5
remember.
now.
Maybe it's 5. Yeah, because we didn't record for a week. So
Yeah, that's
there's-
right.
Yeah,
I saw the 3rd one at least, the one that you saw with the twerking. Yeah. That was the last straw.
That was the last straw.
It was the straw that
that's
broke Robert's back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the chair.
Oh my
Jesus,
god.
Yeah, no. Uh-huh.
Uh,
The thing is, I don't mind the joke. It's the delivery. Like the end of the previous episode with the carrying of the stuffs
yeah.
that men are supposed to do, but now she's doing it. I don't mind the joke. It's just delivery. It's all delivery. It's just flat.
Yeah.
So we're good. She-Hulk.
It's out there. It's a thing.
It's on the outside. I'm not looking in.
No.
I
But-
don't care.
But something that I did enjoy, and I mean, I've been at home quite a while now, but really haven't seen all that much new stuff. But one thing that I have seen is season 5 of Cobra Kai.
Cobra.
I
have seen exactly 0 seasons of Cobra Kai.
Yes. It still holds up. I love it.
That's what I've heard.
I
My
really,
daughter
really
as well.
enjoy it. It's definitely not the best of shows. Like, you should not hype it up.
That's
in
what
any ways.
everyone says, though.
It's kind
so
of
good.
Yeah.
Even
it's-
Joe Rogan, I think, said that it's really good.
It's that's the scary part when everybody says that it's so good. So lower your expectations as much as you can. When I went in to see it from the very, very first time, I thought it was going to be the shittest show ever. That just made it so much better. Like, that rhymed, wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, for some reason, every season has tied into my life in some personal way. It's like, it's just, they know exactly where I am at in life. And it just ties.
out of it.
So even now, season 5
Okay.
has,
Okay, something that kind of ties into. Okay. Very cool. Yeah.
like,
I
it
get
just, it fucks with my head. I'm like, are they reading my mind?
No, they started the first season perfectly.
Yeah. And that's the cool thing, because the first season starts out very simple. You have Johnny from the first movie who's just miserable, depressed.
Yeah.
He's living a shit life, and he picks up the karate again. Karate. And then, like, the kids bring him back to life, more or less. And it's just a simple story of him coming back into training and becoming a better person. And then that ties into the bigger story, and then it just keeps evolving.
Okay, cool.
Bigger,
I will
bigger,
watch
bigger.
this. I will skip Better Call Saul, and I will watch Karate Kid. And then I will go back to Karate Saul, I was going to say, but that's not what he's called now.
It's, I felt that Cobra Kai is an easy watch. It just keeps going. Like, I couldn't really stop watching.
How long are the episodes? Like 40?
Half an hour? Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I think. But
But I like how it ties into the movies and what actually happened and how it was like received from both sides. You know what I mean? Not just, oh, Daniel San, ooh. Like,
exactly. This is really taking it to what all of us have been talking about.
Yeah.
Like, well, he was the better fighter. He had the girl. Like, Daniel fucking came in and took the girl from him. Like, he's the asshole. You know, like, you get to see both sides.
Yeah.
And then it keeps showing you both sides.
Yeah,
it's such a great,
nice.
great
And that's what kind of
thing.
got me thinking to watch it, and then it didn't happen. But
And like I
will
said,
watch
like,
it.
I was never the biggest, like, Karate Kid fan.
the fighting
as
was
much
garbage.
as every kid.
It was just
we enjoyed
in the
it.
time. Yeah, we enjoyed it
Of
when
course.
it came out, but then
Wax on,
you
wax off.
watch Van Damme and everyone else, and you're like,
oh,
okay, that's
that's-
shit. Yeah, okay, this is good.
Exactly.
And then you watch Van Damme now, and you're like, that was also not good.
Yeah, Tony Ya.
Tony, exactly. Oh, Jackie Chan and
Tony
then Bruce
Yaha.
Lee. Yeah,
Yaha.
it only works in Swedish. Just smoke.
But yeah, it's definitely a B movie type of show. So that type of quality. The actors are that type of quality.
Okay, but again, the reception of said quality though is really good.
Yes. Yeah.
So
It
it's
just
got to
took
be
5 seasons.
Yeah,
You know.
so-
and that I never thought it was going to go for this long, but still going. Like, yeah, I loved it. So that's one of the few things that I've actually watched, and also I have seen.
Yeah, I've seen way more than I expected.
I saw the new Elvis movie.
Oh, so not
finally
excited about that.
It's on HBO.
I know.
Like,
I know. The first thing that popped up, I was like, no,
because
I don't like those types of
Santa
movies.
really wanted to see this, and I continuously went into YouTube to rent it. But to rent it, it was 229 crowns.
Yeah, but that's buying it, right?
No, that's renting it. Buying it was 250 crowns.
Okay, that's weird. Like,
And it just never went down in price. Normally it's like that the first weeks, and then it goes down to like 50 crowns or something to ride it.
But that pricing is usually when it's at the cinema at the same time.
Exactly,
Not like now.
exactly.
Like that movie came out like ages ago.
And then all of a sudden it's on HBO for free. So there you go. But yeah, Elvis, the story of Elvis, was it good? Yeah.
Did he play him well?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did.
I just don't care enough about Elvis.
Same.
And it's just like, a movie about a person I don't care about.
And that's exactly where I'm at. Like,
because
it wasn't a waste of time, but it wasn't.
Not. Yeah. Well, how was that? Like, because I heard good things about the Freddie Mercury movie as well.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah,
that was awesome. That's really really good. That is really good.
Because it feels like they're trying to make that genre of movies now. You know, like
yeah. This one, I don't know. It doesn't hit the mark in the same way. Maybe it's because Elvis is played out. Like,
yes,
it's so long ago, and they're trying to bring him back in a way. But this generation, they're trying to incorporate this generation into the movie as well, which I don't know if it works. It doesn't really feel right when you have like this
a little less
crunk
Instagram
type beats, like hip hop-ish stuff in between.
What?
It's an Elvis movie.
Yeah,
you know?
stick to that.
It had a lot of good stuff, but then I don't know what's up with Tom Hanks these days because he's in it. He's not doing a really good job, which hurts me to say with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, because he does everything very well.
Yeah, but he's like Geppettoing this because apparently
I just took the pedo part of that.
Yeah. I've just heard that Geppetto or Pinocchio is horribly, horribly, horribly bad. And I feel like he's on one of those streaks now. Doing Geppettos.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's for free. If you have HBO,
don't watch it.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. No.
What else you watch?
I did watch brain farts.
What's that?
I watched. Let's start with the simple watch. I watched Constantine.
Oh yeah,
the Keanu Reeves movie from 2005.
Awesome.
And it was awesome. Like it was so good.
Still love the tattoos.
Yeah, dude, loved it. And he manages to make it, feel or like they've done the whole scene well. So you feel like when he's trying to draw them out of the shadows into the light, it's super cool. But the movie, like, it holds up. Like, it's better than I remember.
It's got Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was so weird. And he's so young.
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be one of his, like, really, really early movie roles.
Yeah. I didn't even recognize him at first. Like,
really?
when he's in the car and talking to himself in the mirror. But, no. The movie's fucking surprisingly well done. Like, it was a fun fucking watch. And I think when I think back to these movies, like in my mind, I kind of dumbed them down, but they were way more serious than I remember them. You know what I mean?
That's because of She-Hulk.
Exactly. No. And the same thing with like Kindergarten Cop. When I watched that, I expected it to be like a silly sort of like comedy. It's such a serious movie.
It is.
And that's what makes it fun and great. Like Kindergarten Cop, I laughed at as a kid. Now I watch it, I was like, this is a great movie.
It's a thriller.
Yeah, but it's so good. Like I thought it was a silly movie back then. But now that you get silly, it's so silly that you hate it.
But it's such a unique type of movie
it's
too,
such a
because it is
fun
a very
movie,
dark thriller, but also a very cute type of
with the
Disney
kids. But it's not.
No.
No, but it's a fun watch, and I can definitely recommend people watch Constantine. It has, even the effects, like they hold up okay, actually. Like,
when's it from?
2005.
Damn.
Yeah, and now they did start talking about, like, the second one has been confirmed.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, and I hope that they'll make it, I hope they don't make it whatever the fuck we're making out of movies today.
Yeah. DC is really interesting to see, like, what's going to happen to the company at all. Like, what type of movies are going to come out now? Because
dude, they've
been really overhauled completely. They've scrapped everything, and they're rebooting the whole thing.
Yeah, but don't use the fucking same directors. Don't do whatever the fuck you've been doing. Steer away from that.
It's going to be so interesting to see what's going to come out. And I mean, we've been waiting for a Constantine 2.
Dude, but Constantine, like, just when he just does the, like, in between, like when he goes to hell and stuff like that, it's just like a little basin of water.
Yeah.
He puts his feet in and blah, blah, blah. And then they do it so well. And then he looks into the cat's eyes and just like that whole thing when he goes in. And then when he comes out, they've made him like, he's like, no, but he's smoking. It's so good. Like, it's so good. And sure, it has its shortcomings here and there, but they're not annoying. It was just a fun fucking watch. And, with the CGI being what it was back then, they still did a great job. When the guy in the beginning gets hit by a car, it's so good.
Oh yeah, car, he's like unscathed.
Yeah, but they like the car kind of like wraps around him, but then he just walks up and walks away. But it's just like, that's how you use CGI. Mm-hmm. Sure, the CGI is inferior, but the way they use it is superior. You know what I mean?
It looks real.
It looks real.
Like feels
real. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I didn't like the Guardians. I didn't think about the CGI. I just watched the movie. Sure,
because the story is good.
Fun. Yeah, it's fun enough. Like, it's a fun enough ride for you to oversee some things, like where you just, like, your mind doesn't wander to, like, oh, that looked fake. Oh, that looked, like.
And I'm utilizing a lot of what I remember from the movie into the story that I'm writing, because I'm dealing with a lot of demons and stuff, and there is exorcism.
Yeah, Demon Day.
Yes, Demon Day, baby.
Sounds very cool. Sounds like I just want that chapter.
Creep
Demon
show.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm kind of like afraid to go back and watch it if it's gonna like ruin or inspire me too much to do stuff with the story.
Yeah,
but
I get that.
Also, really, really want to watch it again. I don't think Santa's seen it, so like we should see it.
Mm-hmm. No, like I said, like, genuinely enjoyed it.
Nice.
And then I watched, on recommendation from a new friend, like, to watch Captain Fantastic that you've talked about, that I just, like, forgot.
Well, everything that we say in this podcast is
lost.
Immediately erased.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Like, we just splurted it out and then we let it go.
I did have my Viggo Mortensen
when you said that outside of the podcast today, I was like, oh shit, yes, you did. You did talk about this movie. And I did watch it. And I even asked the girl that recommended it. And I was like, oh, is this one of those where I'm going to cry? And she said, no, just a little. I cried throughout the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I cried all the time.
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
Like, it started off with, like, a super sad scene. And I cried, and, everyone's so good. Like, the acting in this movie, it's
crazy good.
It's so good. And it's believable. Even if you would think it's awkward or anything, it's just, like, it's sold by the concept of the movie.
Yeah.
But, like, throughout this movie, like, it is insanely, like, it just hit me at my core.
Yeah.
And, like, if I didn't, like, I never hold back when I watch movies, but if I hadn't held back on this movie, I would have ugly cried. Like, like I would have cried so ugly. And my son was sitting, you know, watching like his show by the end of it.
Yeah.
And I had to like force it back, like just to not, you know, like,
But it was your son.
Yeah. But it just hit me so hard. Like, had I been alone, I would have just let that go and just cried like a baby. But oh man, like a movie hasn't hit me that hard. Not even like Train to Busan that people are like, oh, but you know, you're gonna feel your dad, and I felt. But this movie,
it's on a different level.
It's on a different fucking level. So just like the premise of the movie is just like a mom and a dad take their kids and move out into the fucking forest, basically, and they just make their life out there.
They remove them from all of the politics and bullshit that is our world today, and just create their own little bubble.
They learn to hunt. They learn to read. They learn about, you know, Marxism. They learn about, you know, different types of politics, and like they learn everything. Like they're so highly educated. And to be critical thinkers, not to like, I like this or that. And then shit happens, you know. Yeah. Life happens like life does. And it doesn't matter if you're in the forest or if you're in like the real world, like you will get lifed. And this family gets lifed hard. Mm-hmm. And then you get like an emotional fucking roller coaster because it killed me. Like it's the best movie that I have seen, hands down, all of them. Like this year, last year, I don't care. Like
it is one of the better movies.
And it came out like 2016, 17.
Yeah.
I was like, why has no one except you apparently talked about this movie?
I've had it on Blu-ray forever.
Yeah, and the girl that recommended it, she went to see a Marvel movie. That's how she and her boyfriend, they were like, oh, let's go to the movies. And they were like, oh, Captain Fantastic is on. So they went to see Captain Fantastic. Oh, it's the best fucking story ever. It's like,
I can definitely see that happening to a lot of people, though.
Yeah, like, oh, Captain Fantastic.
Such a smart move, though.
It's so good.
Like,
because it sounds like something like from Fantastic Four, you know, like, what is his name?
Mr.
Fantastic. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, Captain Fantastic. I know this.
And it's the guy from... It's not tied in at all in the movie.
No.
There's nothing Captain Fantastic anyway.
Yeah. No, nothing.
But the movie is fantastic.
No. It's like all of it is good.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I laughed, I cried. It's just beautiful.
The performance of this man in this movie is insane. Yeah. Like, he is so good.
But he is cold. He is warm. He is, you know, like, he's all of it. You know what I mean? Like, he is a
you
tough
feel
dad.
Everything. Everything.
Yeah, you feel his regret. Mm-hmm. You feel his mistakes.
You can just see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, it's so genuine.
And the kids, like, I hate kid actors. These are amazing.
Even
like,
the smallest kid is amazing.
The smallest kid is amazing. Like, the smallest kid, it got me immediately.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what happens, and they sell it.
Yeah.
Like, they sell it so hard that I just died.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. God damn it. No, let's not talk about this movie anymore. Fuck, that movie was... It was exhausting.
Yeah, but
I needed to watch Constantine after immediately.
Just to break.
But
it's also a feel-good movie. So like, don't get it in your head that you're just gonna sit there and cry your eyes out.
The movie is concluded beautifully. Yeah, it's not like let's raise the American flag and do some bullshit. No.
Quite the opposite.
They just tell the story that they set out to tell. In a beautiful way, and you know. It is sad and it is beautiful and it is, you know, like it's good. Like it's so like they just it's a perfect movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it probably 5 or 6 times now.
Yeah, I need to wait a bit.
It's not gotten worse at all. It's only gotten better.
Like I told you, I'm getting a bit of cramps because I don't drink enough water since I stopped drinking Nocco and other energy drinks and other stimulants. and now I need to keep my fluids inside me.
No more crying.
Yeah, no more crying. I think that's what kind of started the cramps. So yeah,
Awesome.
not watching that movie in a while, but really, really want to see it again though, because just like have it in the background while I do something and just enjoy the moments that I really did enjoy, because it's such
and
a
I love the message of the movie. Like it's just
it's just such
it's
a
great.
nice fucking story.
Yeah.
And like
if you haven't seen it, like anybody listening out there, if you
Yeah.
haven't seen Captain Fantastic, you should.
and if you
really
need a
should.
big cry, like just to like, it felt so good
Watch
afterwards.
Titanic.
Watch Titanic, exactly.
Yeah.
When Rose is being evil and doesn't let him up on the ginormous door.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jack.
There's just no room here.
I need to be able to twist and turn, my hips. Don't lie.
But my mouth does. Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's a really big door.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But yeah, moving on from
moving,
that movie.
Yeah. I started watching the Cyberpunk 2077
anime.
on Netflix. I've only seen 3 episodes. I'm not like in a hurry to finish this show, but it definitely wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Like the trailer looked?
Like I haven't even seen the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I've just seen it pop up a bunch of times, and I'm like, well, I should probably.
I got Tekken vibes, but a little better than Tekken, but not as bad.
Did I talk about Tekken?
Yeah, I think you did last time, yeah.
Maybe I just, yeah.
I didn't mention it in the thing, or I didn't pay attention.
Because we wrote about it, but yeah, no, I saw the first episode.
Oh, no, we
Tekken.
wrote about it. Okay, you didn't talk about Tekken. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no, but it's nothing to be sorry about. They should
Okay.
be sorry that
That
they
they
actually
made it.
made that
Yeah.
fucking show. Why? Why did they?
Why does this exist?
Yeah. Like, wouldn't you go like all out epic fight scenes if you're gonna do a Tekken show?
Mm-hmm.
No?
No?
Apparently not. Let's make it look like you're doing like the actual game, like just from the side fighting that way with some enhanced stuff every once in a while.
Okay.
Like it's so bad. It's so bad. There's no impact when they're fighting. They're trying to do bigger things with the whole.
But how is the story? Because I feel like the story in Tekken is just a bunch of nonsense, especially.
They keep going with the nonsense. So
yeah,
here
I'm so
it's,
tired of that.
You're with Jin, is
Yeah.
the young kid's name, right? And he's with his mom, who is the kung fu girl from the game.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to teach him how to like not get angry or something. Like you shouldn't attack, you should only defend. You should only fight it. Yeah. And then something happens and she's like, you need to find your grandfather. Heihachi Michima. You should go there. Find your grandfather.
Uh-huh.
And he goes and finds his grandfather.
I love the faces that we
Sorry,
make.
yeah. I can
like-
just feel it reflecting back at me. And
I wish you guys could see it.
yeah,
They're just the
and,
dumbest faces ever.
Yeah, and he does. He finds him. And,
Wow.
and he's like, fight me. And it's like, well, I'm your grandson. He's like, fight me. And then he fights, and it's like the end. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Once they pick up, never.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So
No.
I mean, that's as far as I saw, and it was not bad. I mean, not good. Cyberpunk was not bad. I totally lost everything.
Oh shit, that was what I...
That's what- yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Cyberpunk, it's a fun show. It's not serious really, but it kind of wants to be. It's a lot bloodier than I thought it was going to be, which was a good surprise. But I don't know, maybe it's going to be better if you've played the game and you know
Yeah.
the lore.
I have.
So maybe you'll enjoy it more than I did. But
Is
I don't
V in it?
know. No.
Then I don't.
Not yet. But so we're with a kid. He's in this very, very poor family. It's just him and his mom, and they don't have any money. And he's in a private school, and he gets bullied because he's got no money. And then something happens to his mom, so he's left all alone.
Oh no.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
And he enhances his body with some
Cybernetics, cool.
Yeah, which grants him like the ability to move faster
Then fast.
than time or whatever. Like really, really fast, which is cool.
How fast is that? Really, really fast.
Yeah.
Specific.
But if he uses it too much, he's gonna burn out. Like he starts
Yeah.
nosebleeds and stuff. And he kind of finds his new family with this gang, and that's kind of where I left off. So yeah,
Like left off forever, or
probably. Yeah. I don't know.
I was
Like,
stuff happens, and
Yeah. Like stuff is really difficult to watch without weed. I'm sure this would be amazing. But right now, if you're just sitting there watching it, you're like, I could probably do something better with this time.
they should have added weed.
Yeah. So like it's nothing special, but it's better than a lot of stuff I've seen lately. So I guess if anything, that's a compliment.
Mm.
If we're talking bags of dicks, maybe a 2 out of 5. Like,
Okay, it's
Yeah.
almost halfway.
yeah, almost. It's not even a half full bag of dicks.
Yeah, I did watch.
Oh yeah, I did that thing. Yeah.
Do you have something?
It's just this is for the Swedish Netflix, but they released Hunter x Hunter,
Mhm.
which I have always loved the show. So they have
Yeah.
the 2 first seasons are out on Swedish Netflix, and I do love them. They're very silly,
Mhm.
but I've rewatched the 2 seasons that are out, and
Cool.
I still love it.
Yeah.
It's just like guilty pleasure for me.
I have a follow up on the anime on Netflix.
Mm.
Remember when you said that Demon Slayer
Yeah.
came to Netflix,
Yeah.
and me and Thomas don't have it?
Yeah.
I looked the other day, still don't have it. And then I Googled about shows not being on specific Netflixes, and it's all about the user account. If you go into your user account
Yeah.
and into settings for that user, and you choose language preference English, a bunch more shows appear on your, and then Demon Slayer, all the shows came up.
What?
Yep.
No way.
So for some of us that have like a Swedish setting as a
You
default,
losers.
for some reason, some people have this by default,
Yeah.
or for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's how you signed up or when you signed up.
I always prefer the English setting.
No, but this isn't something they show you at any point when you signed up. It's something that they've added after, and I think whoever bought it like way back didn't have a...
Because I always thought it was because I was in Australia first.
Oh, maybe
and then
that's it,
came
yeah.
back.
Whereas I bought it here, and maybe that's the normal
I mean,
setting.
I had Netflix before Australia. But,
but I flipped the language, and all the shows are there. So I don't know why it hid them, because they didn't have a Swedish dub
So maybe that's why.
or like a Swedish translation. They didn't appear at all. They were like, you're not going to enjoy them.
Let's just
So-
switch to Japanese and see what happens.
That's what I thought as well. Like, what happens if you switch to like another language? But it feels like just setting it to English, it'll have like any Korean movie you want to see with English subtitles will appear as well.
Yeah.
So check your Netflix settings to be able
Holy
to
shit.
see like Demon Slayer and some other anime shows.
For
that-
sure, Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter.
Because
There's no Swedish like
I
subs.
can't remember who I was. I was tattooing somebody. Maybe it was actually Thomas.
Yeah, because Thomas didn't have like Demon Slayer
Yeah.
like me.
And because I think he checked, that was like on the day, and I got the notification on,
Yeah, I
my
remember
mail.
us all talking
and
in
I was
circles.
like, oh, yeah, Hunter x Hunter is out. And he's like, checked. And he's like, no, I
Yeah.
can't see it.
No, I will write
Yeah.
to him, or I can let him wait a week.
But that's awesome.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, we
figure
should
that out.
definitely write that on the Discord as a little tip
Yeah.
for the geeks.
Just a tip for the Discord.
Yeah. But cool. But yeah. Hunter x Hunter. If you haven't seen it,
I feel bad for you,
it's,
son. You got a lot of episodes to cover.
It's one of those shows
Mm.
like Naruto or whatever. follow a little kid that wants to be a hunter, which is like nobody really knows. It just grants you a lot of privileges, almost like becoming white. And
So fucking dark. Fucking idiot. I love it. Okay, let's move. No, it was good. Let's move on.
Yeah. But so you have to do these extreme trials to become a quote-unquote hunter, and you get your hunter exam. And with that, you can do a lot of other really cool stuff.
Exactly.
Make monies or whatever. And we follow this young boy named Gon, who just wants to meet his father, really, who abandoned him as a child to become a hunter. So already the message is horrible in this show.
People leave their kids to
it's
become
so
hunters.
cool because the kid is like, he's not even mad at his dad. He's just like, well, just like, how awesome isn't being a hunter? Like, if he actually has to abandon his kid to be a hunter, it
That
has
is
to be
so
the most
dark.
awesome
That is,
stuff.
Yeah, it's
ever.
so dark. It's so dark.
So he decides to become a hunter himself so he can find his father. And that is the core of the whole show. And then you have these other people involved as well. My favorite being Killua, who is a 12-year-old assassin from like this ninja clan who has trained his entire life to become a master assassin. So he's killed thousands of people, and it's just this 12-year-old little kid who
I
is
love it's
awesome.
always like in anime, like in real life, like I killed 12 people or like 5 people or 2, or 1. And in anime, it's like 1,000.
I probably didn't kill
No, but I just mean that in anime though, it's always like exaggerated. So it's always like a ridiculous amount of people. Like imagine killing 1,000 people one by one. How long that would
Yeah. Yeah, but that
like
if you watch the show, you're gonna see like all this stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But that he's been tortured and trained his entire life, so he's immune to poisons because he's been like they've fed him.
He's not
poison.
a wuss. That's why.
Yes, and electricity and torture and all that stuff, like it's nothing to him because that was his breakfast. Like it's just so weird and stupid, but I love it. The only thing is the 2 first seasons are really all about sort of the training and building strength.
Yeah.
And then it just ends. I don't know when we're going to get the rest of the seasons, but after season 2, it's going to pick up and become really epic in terms
So they haven't
of...
released all of it.
No, and the whole show also just stopped
Oh.
because they didn't get any more money, I think, and they picked it up again now.
Okay, cool.
But it's a really, really epic show. Again, kind of like Naruto, like that type of...
By the way, did you see what was that show that you recommended me with the guy that chased monsters? It wasn't
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yes. Did you see the movie that came out? That was on Swedish cinema as well?
No, it just came out, right?
No,
Just
it
like
came
a month
out
ago?
it came out like months ago. Like you and me went to the cinema while it
Because
like,
I remember
we
seeing the trailer when we were at the cinema.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
on the
But
screen.
then it had been out for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I haven't seen it, no.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if it like picked up where it ended or if it's like a thing,
I know one of my
a
clients
prequel or
is a really, really big fan and has watched it and recommended it. He said it was really good, but...
because I thought the Demon Slayer movie was like, it was okay. It had its moments, but it was like, Train to Busan
Yeah,
with this.
but it also ties in well with the season that comes after.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I kind of lost touch with like all of that.
Same.
Yeah, that's why I liked Hunter x Hunter, because it's like something I've seen way, way, way back, and just sort of almost like picking up Naruto again, and just like for
Did you
nostalgia's
see
sake.
the trailer for the new Street Fighter? Like, remember when we talked about Street Fighter that should like introduce the old songs back?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it while throwing darts, but it's become so cringy now. Like, it's so bad. Like, I thought the music was silly in like Street Fighter 4 and 5.
So there's a new Street
So
Fighter.
there's a new Street Fighter coming, number who cares? And now it's like, to the streets, yeah, fighting, blah, 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 streets, yeah. And you're like,
No.
What is this? You had a winning concept that you could have reused and fucking reused. Very nice. Very good, me. That's gonna. I'm never gonna stop using that one. But it's no. It's just they have everything they need, like theme wise, to make this whole fucking game, like the sound of it, be awesome.
Yeah.
But it's just nonsense.
Did you see the Tekken 8 trailer?
No. I don't care about any of these games anymore.
It actually looked badass.
I'm sure it does. I have taken 7. I just have no incentive of playing any of these games.
No, same.
I have Soul Calibur 48 or 7 or 6 or whichever is the latest one.
All of those,
yeah. But I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter how nice you make them. They're pointless. You know what I mean? Like,
what I like here is that it looks like they're tying in-game with cinematics like flawlessly.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You're really getting like when you do a super hit, it just like goes into this perfect mesh
like animation.
So it's not like it doesn't take you out of it; it just keeps going.
Yeah, it just like amplifies it.
It looked really, really cool.
Okay,
I don't know
will
how
check
much
it
of
out.
that is actual just in-game fighting or if it is cut in between, but it looked.
But it's a
fantastic.
common thing in like when you play Street Fighter, for example. If you do their super moves, it becomes like you see them charging, and if it hits, it goes into this animation flawlessly, where it changes perspective, and you're going upwards and downwards. You know,
and that's what happens here, but it's not a pause. It's just like
no, but it's never
you're fighting,
a pause.
and then like, and you go straight into it. Just keeps going.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like if it hits, like if the character doesn't block you, like it'll go straight into the animation without a hitch.
Yeah, it still look good.
I will check it out. But I just playing those games now. Like I just need story. Like I don't care about like moving a little mustache dude to the other side of the.
Have you seen all of the latest Assassin's Creed updates?
Yes.
The red.
Yes. Very cool.
Finally,
the one that I sent you from Team Ninja that did Ninja Gaiden games.
Yes.
So they're making a samurai game.
Ronin. What was it?
Yeah, Ronin. So
something
it means
last Ronin something.
Yeah,
Ronin.
something like that. Blah blah blah. Ronins.
That looked amazing.
Looked so cool.
Yes.
And what I liked about it is
2024.
that he uses fucking guns and shit. So he's like Ronin. You know, like the code of the samurai can go fuck itself in this game, and you use everything. And I guess we did that in Tsushima as well, but
but
in this
not
one
with
he
guns
kind
and
of like breaks the rules. You know,
it
like,
looks amazing.
No, but I mean,
It
like he
really-
fights dishonorably in Tsushima as
Oh
well.
yeah. But it still has honor as a thing.
As a thing,
and
yeah.
this is just like
This is
fucking
none
bonkers.
of that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to use everything to destroy you, and I love that.
Yeah.
I hope
Plus, it's from the people that made Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah,
like
and
so
those
you know
games
it's
were
gonna
fun, but they were hard as fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit afraid that this game is going to be impossible for us noobs.
Probably, yes.
But like, it looked really fun. Is it as good as Tsushima, like looks wise? No. But again, if it's a fun play, the
It's 2
graphics
years
don't have
away.
to be. Yeah,
At least.
yeah.
That's
So-
when they said they're going to release it
So we'll see.
2024.
Yeah,
So
we'll see. It's fun that we get a few more of these games because I think they lend themselves to this kind of fun storytelling.
yeah. But just the fact that finally getting an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan, being a shinobi, like an actual ninja. Why has it taken so long for them to do this? And it's going to be an open world like Odyssey type of game, apparently.
Odyssey is still my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Like none of them have come close.
But they've announced like 4 different Assassin's Creed games now.
So the one that kind of builds off of Valhalla.
X? No?
I don't remember. No, it was called something else. Shit, what was it? Not Sigma, but it was just something. Who cares? But that one with Basim from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, like that one is sort of like 20 years before we get to Valhalla. As why he is the character that he is, and why I guess his actions lead him to do, you know, like to play the part that he does in Valhalla.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
And also, it's going to go back to the sneaking part is important.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more of a stealth game than previous, or like go back to its original roots.
And
I
that's
guess
what I want.
I want it, but I don't like to get punished because I don't want to sneak. Because those are the worst games when the sneaking goes bad and you have to start over.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't have time to play like that. Like I loved Hitman until I had kids.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because then it took the fun out of it, and it didn't give me another way to play. Like I could kill everyone, but I was only punished for it.
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh, you killed everyone really awesomely, so we'll reward you anyway. Because then I just don't want to play the game. Like, so
Yeah, but that's
so
on
for
you.
me-
Like
No. I don't mind. I'm just saying that then those games for me don't work. So
Yeah.
I don't mind if they make them. Like they are allowed to make them. And again, with the Assassin's Creed, I'll play the ones that I enjoy and not the ones that I don't. Like
but that's
it
also
is.
like because of those games, it's kind of like artwork. You need to put the time and effort into
Yeah, of course,
polish your skills.
That's what I mean.
and that's what I
mean.
love about it, especially Hitman.
Hitman had a lot of
Because
fun. I
the
love getting,
replayability of Hitman is great
So much
because you
fun.
can just
Yeah.
keep polishing.
but it's
and getting
for a
faster and
younger
better.
type of person or like like a person without commitments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need
when
to
you
have
have
the
that time.
Yeah,
Yes,
and it
of
was
course.
great, dude. When you got Ghost, that was the
Oh.
best. Well, you just went in there, you put the stove on the thing, and then blah blah blah, and the trap, and that triggers that kills that. You get the parcel.
You're
you
like
get the thing.
literally being the final destination
dude.
entity.
Exactly
You're just
that,
triggering those little things.
dude. So
awesome.
satisfying, and especially in the later games where you were like in this market. Remember the market where like there are like all these little like restaurants and shit. You're just like on the
In the Chinese market.
Chinese market there.
Yeah.
And like you can like you walk around for a bit
Absolution.
and then you notice like, oh, if I do this, then I can put this stove to explode. But I
Yes.
have to do it without them seeing me. And then there's that place where the crate can fall from the roof in the corner in the alley,
Yeah.
and like just so many things you could do. You could also like go up into like an apartment and do something in there that kind of triggers something. Like it was just so many ways to just kill the one person,
Yes, and that's what I love. And the whole sort of Groundhog Day approach to it,
Yeah.
where it's like, you know how all of these people move. So if you spend enough time in there and you know all of
Yes.
these movements,
Yeah.
you just know that, okay, so I'm just going to take that drug dealer's drugs, poison those, let the deal go through, and then he's just going to kill himself with the
Yeah.
drugs. Like,
Dude, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying to kind of like just
love it.
be able to foresee, and that's I guess where the playability comes in. Like you do you kill them in a way, and then you discover a new way of doing it, or you discover like, oh, I could have snuck in through that thing, and then the next time you play it, you wait for all the like things to happen, and then you sneak through, and then you've done it, like perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it's super cool. Yeah.
Dopamine.
No. And it has its value. I just can't play those games
Yeah.
unless I would go and I will like play around with this level today and be able to play like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just can't, and that's on me. But I think the Hitman games are super fun, even the new ones, because they make killing so much fun.
Yeah,
Like, too much fun.
I really do love the new trilogy that they made for PS4. But I don't know. There's something. It just feels a little bit too complicated, being connected to the online community a little too much.
Oh, you have to?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't have to do stuff with anybody on the online thing, but you need to be online to get the full immersion of whatever it is.
Okay.
It just takes me out of it. I just want a game. Like I don't want to have to be connected to anything
No, I
online.
hate that. Like I don't want anything online.
Just like let me play the thing.
Yeah. I played Watch Dogs.
Yep.
And it had this like automatic like online thing activated.
Yeah.
So I was doing a mission or something, and then it was like, you've been targeted. And it was another player that was on my map. And he was trying to kill me, and he was like, locate him before he la-la-la's you or something like that. And I was like, why is this on? Why is this like invading my... I'm doing like a thing, and now I have to deal with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like, okay. hack phone, blah, blah, blah. He's in that van. I just went up and just shot him in the face. And then I went into my menu and just turned it off, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, why? Now I have to restart my thing here.
Exactly.
And just,
What
like,
happened to just story mode?
Yeah, I love stories. I don't like to be interrupted by shit like that.
No.
What I do like, though, is how Demon Souls or all those games, the Demon...
Dark Souls?
Dark Souls, thank you. Like those games have the ghosting from previous players. So if you want, you can see how they died.
Oh, okay.
So there's this like shadow of previous players, and they can leave you clues. They can like, you can help each other in a way that I think is a nice sort
Especially
of add-on.
with those games because they're so difficult.
So difficult, but also just like it's fun to kind of learn like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could go onto YouTube or you could just see it in the game. Like here are a couple of shadows of people that died recently or died, you know.
It's like, why did that?
Okay, that.
why.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it is cool. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's just like I like the idea of it at least. I don't know how.
And speaking of games, I actually did buy It Takes Two.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll see. Because Sanna really wants to play it. I think it's because Faris or whoever made the game hit on her at some point.
Shit, really?
Yeah. So she feels connected to the game.
Very cool. I saw Spider-Man, the first one. What was it called?
Homecoming?
Is Homecoming the first?
With Tom Holland.
Yeah. When I saw that at the cinema before I saw it in the evening with you, I saw it with him and his friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was sitting just behind me.
So, like, you were a little bit cooler.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice. So you were like connected.
We're connected.
Yeah.
So
like
that's why I want to
Spider-Webs.
play. No.
Yeah. No, so I'm really looking forward to actually playing it. This is the thing, though. It takes two. So
that is the trap.
Gonna have to, for one, get Sanna away from baby enough to play a video game.
So you're saying you're never going to play this game?
Yeah. So I'm just putting it out there now that I do have the game, and from this day, we'll see how long it takes before I actually get to play said game. But yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, and I have one last thing.
No.
I totally forgot that What We Do in the Shadows Season 4 has been out forever. I saw the first episode, and then I don't know what happened. I just realized another thing, too. Yeah, and...
God damn it.
And it's like, it started off, and I was like, oh, this is fun, but it's not as fun. And it is as fun. Like, I enjoyed all of it. Like, it just, like, I don't know. Like, yesterday, I just sat there and chuckled. It's like, it's both dark and not dark, you know, like it is. I thought they lost it a bit, and then I was like, no, I love this. Like, I love this show. Like, it's 4 seasons that I just enjoy, and I just want to go back and just rewatch the whole thing.
I thought it was finished for some reason.
Yeah, no. So the 4th season was not less good.
Okay.
Like, sure,
just
other
continues.
seasons are fun, but this has like, you know, the journey that they've made up to this point. It's a lot of fun. Like, it is just fun, and it's dumb, and it's fun. Like, I don't know. Like,
so it's dumb fun.
Dumb fun. Yeah, no, I just want to rewatch it. Like,
nice.
I just want to go back to the beginning now and just, because you discover things, you know, and I'm hoping to see kind of patterns from the beginning of what they'll become later, you know, like to see if there are like some winks in the future from past episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten into it. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because everybody has talked about it, kind of like the normal thing.
The thing is, I hear no one talking about this show.
Like, you should be at Huckleberry. Like,
okay, really?
Okay.
No,
we had the theme song every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every day. It was on the playlist because. Oh yeah. So they just kind of wanted me to watch it, and that made me not watch it.
No, but it's like a Taika thing. Like, you got to enjoy that, like, weird humor, and not the Thor humor, like the old Taika, you know. Like,
and I love old Taika. So
don't watch it.
Yeah. No, but I love the movie. Yeah. So, like, why wouldn't I like the
I like the movie, but I fucking enjoy the show so much more.
Yeah.
And it's just like the whole Staten Island and the fucking werewolves and that fucking guy and like Nandor is so much fun. And like just the mistreatment of the butler, the familiar. Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Yeah, no, it's just amazing. Like, I recommend everyone to watch that show.
Guillermo.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah, but that's
yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Like, just watch it. You have 4 seasons of stupidity in front of you.
And I just happened by a couple of new episodes of Rick and Morty on HBO. There was no advertisement about it being out. There was nothing. I don't know why.
I don't know why I knew, because I saw it somewhere being announced.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like an official, like, it was just like a place that I visit often that said it's coming.
And for me, it was just like, I wonder if there's any new Rick and Morty. And I went in, and there
was.
were. Yeah. So yeah, when I went in, there was two new episodes. So by the time you listen to this, there's probably 4. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
But yeah, I feel they're up to par with the rest of Rick and Morty. I chuckled. It was equally weird and strange and good, sort of geeky not Easter eggs, but yeah, they do the same thing.
They're doing their thing, and it's good.
Yeah, it's all good. 100 years, Rick and Morty. Yeah, no, I loved it.
Yeah, I will watch it when it's done.
I definitely feel like I want to go home and see if there's a third.
Do it. Let's do this.
Yeah, we've talked way too much.
Way too much.
Parent Rob is ready for bed.
Exhausted.
Yes.
Oh,
my neck, man.
So
Did
thank you
have
so
this?
much. What, neck?
Yeah,
I have neck without babies.
I've just been looking at the baby for the same angle for so long.
Nah, dude.
My neck is fucked. Oh, and I also, like, my superpower is calming her down, but I have to do squats, kind of, like do the jiggly thing.
Yep. My kid would not sleep unless I did that all the time. As
Same.
soon as I stopped. But there was a study done that if you do that and then sit down with the baby, not lie down, for like 5 to 8 minutes and then put them down, they're going to sleep longer or like easier and not wake up.
Oh.
Maybe it's bullshit. Maybe it works. Who knows?
Yeah, I've tried, kind of, but yeah.
And then it's from baby to baby.
I'm never ever, or she's never gonna let me forget leg day. Let's just say that way.
Okay, so you feel it. Okay.
I feel
that is
everything.
different from me. I don't feel shit.
I have so many muscles that I have not used.
But advice for future, use your hip
to
offload weight, because
I do.
I didn't.
Oh,
because
I
am strong, and then she grew.
Yeah.
And I got problems with my bicep tendon.
Aha. Smart.
Because of static tension.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
that actually
I think
hurt.
I actually don't use it as much as I think I do. Yep.
Yeah,
Good tip.
Good tip. Yeah.
Good tip. Thank you guys for listeling.
Yeah, vote on the rate the podcast.
Vote on the
thing.
rate.
Vote on the rate and don't be a creep.
Yeah.
Because things.
Yeah, like, don't hate, and go on the
and
rate.
goodbye.
Yeah, whatever we say.
Some words.
So good.
La, la, la.